This is Retro Sports Radio. Visit RetroSeasons.com for more sports history.
The Birmingham Americans faced the New York Stars at Downing Stadium in New York for Week 2 of the inaugural 1974 World Football League season on July 17, 1974. This was the first WFL game played in New York. The franchise had settled on Downing Stadium as a last resort. Yankee Stadium was closed for renovations right after the Yankees finished the 1973 season in October, and it would not reopen until 1976. Shea Stadium was fully booked as the Yankees shared the park with the Mets, as well as the NFL's Jets and Giants. Giants Stadium, the future home of both of the NFL's New York football teams, was still under construction, and it wouldn't open its doors until 1976. So the Stars were left with no other option but Downing Stadium, a 22,000-seat track and field facility that was built during the Great Depression. The Americans were managed by Jack Gatta, and the Stars were managed by Babe Parilli. This audio recording is from the New York radio broadcast featuring announcers John Sterling and Matt Snell.
They're not going to want to go down on that team because they know that the guy's going to run it back. Matt, one of the problems that football has had is the crackback block, and that may happen in the WFL too. It's going to be a pretty wide open game. Here, they allow the running backs to be in motion if they're outside of the tight end. Let's say if they're in a slot or they're in motion. And you pointed out before, that may give some of those backs kind of a running start at the linebackers. I think that, I know last year in the NFL, I saw when this whole thing started, they would flank a guy out and then start him in motion back towards the line of scrimmage. And I know a lot of linebackers that are lost knees. Matter of fact, I think this is what happened to the great Dick Butkus from Chicago. Someone came cracking back on him, he wasn't expecting it, and the guy wiped out the knee. As you know that the most vulnerable joint in professional football is the knee, and I think that by having a rule such as this where a guy can get a running start, I think they're going to find they're going to lose a lot of players, and this might be one of the rules they have to change. Yeah, I had a friend of mine, as a matter of fact, from the Colts who ended his career the same way, and he was very young. Steve Stonebreaker, he was cracked back by Chicago Bear, and he really never was able to play the game. Some of the good rules, you're allowed to complete a pass 1 foot in bounds. That's like the college rule. And there also is an extra period in the WFL. It is not sudden death, but tie games are played off with 2 7.5-minute sessions in an overtime, and then if the tie isn't broken at the end of 2 7.5-minute sessions, well, then it's a tie game. That also means for some players, Matt, it's going to be an awfully long game. I think, John, coupled with extra periods at the end of the game, plus the 20-game schedule where every game counts, I think it's going to get to be a very weary season, especially for some of the old vets. But as you said, by having to only catch the ball in bounds with 1 foot, I think it's going to lead to a lot more completions. I think that I was just looking at the field here. I noticed that outside of the out-of-bounds line, they have another stripe about 3 feet from the sideline. This will help a lot, too, when you get a lot of players who used to get hit right on the sideline. Now the player approaching will know that the guy's going to be out of bounds. So this will help some, too. As I said, they're experimenting a lot. There's some things that they tried to throw in, and I think they're just going to see how they work out. But after this first season under their belt, I think they'll sit down at a league meeting and make a lot of changes. And, of course, probably the greatest rule change in the WFL concerns touchdowns. In the WFL, a touchdown is 7 points, and there are no extra points kicked. There is an action point for the 8th point, and that's either a run or a pass from the 2.5-yard line. There are no more automatic extra points, so a touchdown is worth 7, and then they have the action point from the 2.5. Those are some of the rule changes. Now, during the season, Matt and I will catch you up on how the rule changes apply, how they'll manifest on the field. Those are just some of them very roughly from here. There are others we didn't cover. We're going to talk about the personnel of these two teams, the New York Stars and the Birmingham Americans, and we'll get to that right after this message from Datsun.
Howdy, this is Steve Allen inviting you to drive a Datsun, help send a kid to Y Camp. Test drive any new Datsun between now and August 31st at a participating dealer, and Datsun will donate money in your name to the YMCA Campership Fund to help send thousands of needy boys and girls to camp. A couple of years ago, test drives at Datsun dealerships earned enough money for the U.S. Forest Service to plant 250,000 trees in national forests. That same number of test drives will send 5,000 needy boys and girls of every race, creed, and color to YMCA camp. Datsun dealers are confident that you like your test drive in one of their 13 gas-saving Datsun models. Datsun really does save, so help set a needy youngster free for summer fun. Drive a Datsun. Help send a kid to Y Camp.
New New York, and Radio 57, where you hear Ken Fairchild every morning from 5:30 to 10. John Sterling, Matt Snell, Downing Stadium, and the New York Stars pregame show before the first Stars home game. Right now, they're introducing the defensive alignment of the Birmingham Americans, which would indicate that the Stars have won the toss and will receive. Matt, looking over some of the personnel, first of all, for Birmingham, their personnel was rated maybe the best in the league. It's tough to rate. There are no preseason games. Birmingham has won their only regular season game, but they have a pretty good backfield with Mira, Paul Robinson, and Charlie Haraway.
Well, John, you're right. I just said looking at the offensive backfield, of course, I'm very familiar with Charlie Haraway. I know him very well. He had a lot of good years with the Redskins. Paul Robinson had some fantastic years with the Cincinnati Bengals. Then he was traded to Houston. But you got guys here with, I think, 9 years experience in Haraway and anywhere from 7 years with Paul Robinson. George Mira, I don't know. George Mira came out of school the same year I did. We played in the North-South game together, the All-Star game together. George just never have been able to find himself. He has a problem being a little short. But I think their offensive line, too, they have some very big people. I see Paul Costa. Paul played for years. O'Donnell played for Buffalo for years. Just a few of the people. I think that not knowing the other teams, I would have to rate their personnel just looking at this chart as one of the best in the league.
The good blocking of Haraway is also going to help Paul Robinson at running back. Robinson was the AFL Rookie of the Year a few years ago, and you're right about the offensive line with Costa, Joe O'Donnell, and probably the #1 college pick that the WFL chose, Buddy Brown, who plays left tackle, and he's a big one at 245 pounds. Conversely, Matt, maybe the strong point of the Stars is their defense, especially the defensive line, with a couple of your teammates, Jerry Philbin and John Elliott, who seemed in the one game that I've seen of the Stars in better shape. They seem to have overcome some of the injuries they've had. With Larry Estes and Lloyd Voss, it's a pretty good defensive line.
Right, John. I think John Elliott, he was, of course, he hurt his knee with the Jets 2 years ago, and he was a little slow returning, so they didn't see eye to eye on getting together on a contract. Jerry Philbin came out the same year I did. He played a lot of years. He tends to be accident prone. He has had a lot of injuries. A number of things have happened to him. Lloyd Voss, I've known for years. He's a very good one. Big guy, 6'4.5", 265. Larry Estes has been around from Alcorn. I think the strength in the Stars defense is up front. They have a lot of rookie linebackers, and their whole defensive backfield is rookies. They're going to need those experienced guys up front to hold this thing together, especially when you get down in late October, November, when a lot of people are tired, a lot of people don't want to go out, the weather tends to be cold. Those front four are going to have to pull them together and keep those guys going.
Actually, that's really one of the question marks on the Stars. The 5 linebackers they have are all rookies, and the same is true for their defensive backfield. Those are some of the thoughts on the Stars and Birmingham Americans, and we'll get back with a final thought on the pregame program right after this from Dotson.
Howdy, this is Steve Allen inviting you to drive a Datsun, help send a kid to Y Camp. Test drive any new Datsun between now and August 31st at a participating dealer, and Datsun will donate money in your name to the YMCA Campership Fund to help send thousands of needy boys and girls to camp. A couple of years ago, test drives at Datsun dealerships earned enough money for the U.S. Forest Service to plant 250,000 trees in national forests. That same number of test drives will send 5,000 needy boys and girls of every race, creed, and color to YMCA camp. Datsun dealers are confident that you like your test drive in one of their 13 gas-saving Datsun models. Datsun really does save, so help set a needy youngster free for summer fun. Drive a Datsun. Help send a kid to Y Camp.
The New York Stars pregame show has been brought to you by your local New York, New Jersey, Fairfield County Datsun dealers who invite you to stop in and test drive a Datsun and help send a kid to camp. This is WMCA New York. Stay tuned for Stars football.
Sergio Leone, who brought you Fistful of Dollars, now presents My Name is Nobody.
There's only 150 of them, but they ride like they were thousands.
Who are you, anyway? Nobody. First you get to be somebody, and then you and me will surround them.
After your saddle blazes, try My Name is Nobody, starring Henry Fonda and Terrence Hill. Rated PG.
the New York Stars present a sports exclusive World Football League action. Tonight, the Stars meet the Birmingham Americans. New York Stars football is being brought to you by Carling Sports. Just say Mabel, another black label. By Getty, the company famous for Getty Premium that now introduces Getty No-Lead. By Vitalis Dry 3 and by TWA. All our sponsors are proud to bring you the exciting play-by-play sounds of New York Stars football. All season long right here on Dialogue Radio 57 WMCA. This is John Sterling and Matt Snell at Downing Stadium. And right now, our national anthem. We'll get back with more action right after this message in 60 seconds.
If you like a beer with flavor, mention my name.
Mabel, another black label. Carling Black Label beer. America's lusty, lively beer. It's got taste that comes through. Straight and true. Beer after beer after beer.
Carling Sports is pleased to bring you tonight's game. And when you're listening, Carling Black Label beer makes a good game all the better.
If you like a beer with flavor, mention my name.
Mabel, another black label. Carling Black Label beer. Feeling just fine, 'cause you're comfortable flying TWA. Getting dozy, flying cozy, the most relaxing way.
People who fly a lot on business say TWA has the most comfortable planes. They're comfortable because you're never more than one seat from an aisle in 1011 coach. They're comfortable because the TWA twin seat lets you fold down the middle if nobody's there and sit two across instead of three. And they're comfortable because our 747s have specially contoured seats you can sit in for hours without getting fidgety. A comfortable flight is really what TWA Ambassador Service is all about.
New York Stars football over WMCA is presented solely for the listening enjoyment of our audience. And any reproduction or rebroadcast of tonight's game without the express written consent of the New York Stars and WMCA is prohibited. This is some way to break my buddy Matt Snell in the broadcast business. We're doing this game on a telephone as we do not have phone lines and our console is broken down. I hope you enjoyed the game anyway. The Stars, the Birmingham Americans, set to go at Downing Stadium. The Marine Color Guard has marched off. Earl Sark will boot it off. Remember now, from the 30-yard line. That's one of the changes. Dave Richards is deep. This ball game's underway. A low boot going downfield. Richards fields it on a bounce at the 6 and fumbles it, picks it up at the 5. Richards at the 10, cutting to midfield. Now trying to go wide on the inside. He's up to the 17 and knocked down at about the 18-yard line. Dave Richards all over the field as Matt, the ball just wouldn't bounce right for Richards.
John, I thought there for a moment it was probably the greatest thing ever happened to him. Sometimes when that ball bounces, it tends to freeze the people coming down the field. But the New York Stars showed a lot of, the Birmingham Americans showed a lot of class. They came down, they broke down, they played their positions, and as he danced all over the field, they were able to keep in their lanes and make the tackle.
Richards, a very exciting back, and Matt, he must have made 13 moves in the space of about 5 yards. Richards from Miami of Ohio, 5'10", and 185. There was a penalty against the Stars. We haven't seen the signal, but it looks like a holding penalty. It is. And the ball will be on the 9-yard line. So, Matt, that's where the Stars will put it in play in the first home game ever. They have 1st and 10 in their own 9. Bob Romani is split out wide to the right. Sowers in tight on the left side. The quarterback is Tommy Sherman. Sherman now on the give, fake give, now play action, firing out. It is incomplete as he just overthrew Gladio on the 23-yard line. Good play action fake by Tommy Sherman. He overthrew Gladio.
Well, you know, Glasgow could have taken that a little deeper, John. I guess he wanted to just find the open spot. He went down about 10 yards and broke to the sidelines. He just, you say, led him a little bit too much into the sideline, but it was a good idea to come out throwing. It's going to be an exciting game, I think.
One of the Stars' first-string wide receivers, Al Young, injured, not playing. Sauer out left, Hermani right. Here is the give now, up the middle to Glasgow. He crosses the 15, gets to about the 16-yard line. A gain of about 7 yards. A delay handoff to Glasgow, and a gain of, as they put the ball back at the 15, gain of about 6 yards. It's 3rd and 4. Just the beginning at Downing Stadium. John Sterling, Matt Snell, Stars and the Birmingham Americans. We'll set some of that defense for you a bit later. One of Matt Snell's old teammates playing the left corner against Hermani. All right, here is Sherman now, and there's a fumble, and the ball is dead at the 15, caught by Birmingham. The fumble goes over to Birmingham, and Birmingham's in good shape on the 15-yard line.
I think it's a classic, you know, of early play, as you said, John, without having any preseason. They're trying to be a little bit too fancy, I think, with not having enough experience under their belts. He tried a little play action, and he went to hand off back to Glasgow, and, of course, Glasgow couldn't find the handle. I think, though, that as you're going on down, as the game goes on, you'll find out that they'll work more together, and you won't mistakes such as that.
Fumble recovery by Clarence Washington. Now, here comes Birmingham as they line up in a power eye right. Now, out of the power eye, Dennis Holman is flanked out wide right. The quarterback is George Mira, the veteran. The give now to Paul Robinson going right. He's hit behind by Jerry Philbin and knocked back to about the 18-yard line. Philbin, coming from behind, caught Robinson as he was stacked up on the left side of the Stars line, and Philbin caught him from behind for a loss of 3 yards. Good play by Jerry.
That was a typical play by Jerry Philbin. He's been around 10 years, and Jerry read that one perfectly. He came through, he read the play of the pulling guards, and he just destroyed that backfield, and he just weeded him out till he got to Paul Robinson, just took him in the ball.
All right, Jenkins out left. Out right is Dennis Holman. They line up in the eye. Now Haraway, Robinson split out of it. Deuce backfield behind Mira. 2nd, 13 on the 18. Mira to throw. Pitching, firing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Ball is intended downfield for the tight end, Ted Powell. Powell fumbled it away at the 2 or 3. And I'll tell you what, Mira hit Powell right in the numbers, and he just couldn't hang on to it.
That was a typical pass by George Mira. As I said, one of George's big faults is he tends to be short. So he rolled out, and he rolled out to his left, and he sent Ted Powell down the middle, and being in the zone, he just pulled up in the open spot, but he just couldn't find the handle. I think it's a little early game jitters.
All right, it's 3rd and 4 for Birmingham now. They're on the Stars 18 after the fumble recovery by Washington. Robinson Haraway, the deuce backs behind Mira. Mira now dropping straight back to throw. George looking, firing to the near sideline. It is intercepted, I believe. It is not intercepted. Hanging on to the ball was Wendell Wilson, the right corner, and they ruled that Wilson trapped it. And, of course, the Stars wanted that call, turned the ball over to him. Now on 4th down, Earl Sark will come in the ball game and try a field goal. Ball on the 18. They'll probably kneel down at about the 25. It'll be a 35-yard field goal with the goalpost back on the end line. Mira will hold. He's going to kneel down to the 25. Sark will try it from there. He kicks straight ahead, not soccer style. Stars almost offside. Now the snap, ball down. The kick is up. It's in the air. It's long, and the kick is good. So we have the first score of the game. As they come up the field, the score is Birmingham 3, the Stars nothing. A timeout on the field. More Stars football in just 60 seconds.
Hi, I'm Jim Bay for Carling Sports. The other day, a veteran of the other league was asked which team would give the Super Bowl champion Dolphins the most trouble. He matter-of-factly replied, the World Football League. I guess it's a sign of the times. A time for some changes, and you'll see them all in the WFL, a professional league from top management level to the bottom, field level, where the going gets tough. It'll be a happy association between you as a fan and the WFL, because the rule changes are meant to make the game more entertaining and exciting for you.
If you like a beer with flavor, mention my name.
Mabel, another Black Label. Calling Black Label beer.
Back. Sark's 35-yard field goal. Birmingham leads at 3-0. 13-14 left in the first period after the fumble recovery by Washington. Here's the kick by Sark. It's a short kick. Hermani has it on his own 20. Hermani 25. Hermani up to the 30. Hermani up to the 35. Knocked down to the 40-yard line. A good run back by the little guy, Bob Hermani. And Matt, you almost can't find him. He's about 5'7".
Well, I think that a 20-game season, he's better stay out of that flanker position because he could really get hurt. But it was a good run back, and I think Babe Parilli should really be proud of the Stars that come out of that with only a 3-point scoring play.
All right, the Stars down 3-0. Really the beginning of the quarter. Sauer out left, Hermani out right. Here is the give up the middle to Richards. Falls forward a yard or two. He was at the line of scrimmage. Fell forward for about a yard. The initial hit by the left side linebacker, Mike Truax, number 58. Truax, a rookie out of Tulane. They have two linebackers, Matt. Both rookies out of Tulane, Mike Mullen and Mike Truax. Cecil Leonard, number 32, is playing the left corner. That's the next teammate of Matt's from the Jets, and Matt, happy to see Cecil Leonard get a start in the World Football League. All right, it's second down, about 7 at the 43. The quarterback, Tommy Sherman. Deuce backfield behind him. The give now to Richards. Richards explodes across the 45 to about the 48-yard line. At quick step, and he bursts through a very small hole up to the 48. It should be third and about 2.
John, it's a typical one of those little stutter step plays, and as you said, he's got a lot of moves. He put down about 5 before he got to the line of scrimmage. But I think that they're going to have to open up and throw the ball because that defense, you can see them creeping up. The linebackers right on the line, and the secondary is starting to come up. So they're really going to have to open up and throw the ball.
All right, here's a big play for the Stars. Third and about 2 from the 48. The give to Glasgow, swinging wide right. Glasgow, first down as he gets across midfield and down on the Birmingham 48. Glasgow does not have all the speed in the world, but he was able to just turn the corner, Matt, to get the first down.
John, that's one of my old favorite plays, just line up in that odd backfield and run off tackle, and he got some real good blocking. I think that a guy like Gladjo, who doesn't have tremendous speed, which I never had, that play gets you to the line quick, and all you got to do is just pick the holes and just get your head down and get as much as you can.
Yeah, but you're about 30 pounds heavier than Gladjo. All right, Stars have their first down tonight. They trail 3-0 early moments, first quarter. They're on the Birmingham 48. Sherman is the quarterback. Tommy now drop back. Tommy, look. He's going to look. He's going to fire long. It is complete to Richards. Richards, 30-yard line. Richards is hit and knocked down to the 25. Dave Richards out of the backfield. Found a dead spot in that zone. Caught the ball at about the 30. Ran to the 26-yard line. A New York Stars first down on about a 22-yard pass completion. They just flooded the closed end of the field, and I think I'd get the ball to Richards more often. He's got a lot of moves, and you get him in that secondary, well, he can take it all the way for you. Richards made a couple of great moves after catching the pass at the 30. Went past a couple of guys, hemmed in at the 26. First and 10, Stars 26. Play action. Sherman to throw. Looking long for Sauer. He has him. Sauer went out of bounds at the 1. No, he went out of bounds at the 1. No touchdown. And I'll tell you something, Matthew. Now, you have seen Sauer because you're a teammate. He turned some cornerback right around and went outside and was alone, and his momentum took him out of the 1. George looked like he hasn't lost anything. They rolled that zone to the other side, and George was one-on-one, and I've never seen a defensive back yet that can cover George one-on-one. He ran one of his old favorite post go-outs, and as you said, he turned that defensive back all the way around. If they don't roll his zone to George, he'll kill him all night. All right, Stars, first and goal to 1. They've been working on this all week. They had some problems inside the 5 at Jacksonville. Here is the fake by Sherman, bootleg. Touchdown, Stars! Beautiful bootleg by Tommy Sherman. The fake to Richards going right. Sherman bootlegged it left. And looking like, who was the famous bootlegger in football? Frankie Albert. And a touchdown for the Stars at 7-3. Well, I think they were all looking for them to run off tackle. Gladjo made a good run back up there at the start of that drive, and I think he got that defense to lean in, and they faked that off tackle play to him, and as you said, Sherman rolled out. He was all by himself, not even the linebacker stayed home. All right, here comes the action point. That was a 60-yard Star drive in 6 plays. They lead 7-3. The action point from the 2.5. Sherman, to get to Glasgow, dodging, got the action point. And the Stars lead at 8-3. Glasgow cutting left, saw an opening and slid through, got the action point. So there's a timeout on the field. Where's the score? The Stars 8, Birmingham 3. More Stars football in just 60 seconds.
Beginning with the 1975 models, every car sold in America will have to run on only one kind of gasoline, no lead. But there's a real need for this gasoline right now. Because ever since 1971, auto manufacturers have been designing cars that can run on no-lead gasoline. So Getty, the company famous for selling one grade of gasoline, is now selling two. Getty Premium, and introducing Getty No-Lead. Because Getty No-Lead is just that, a no-lead gasoline, if you own a 71 or newer car and you use Getty No-Lead, you shouldn't need as many tune-ups, which means Getty No-Lead gives you more miles for your money from your ignition system, more miles for your money from your spark plugs, more miles for your money from your emission control system. Getty No-Lead. You'll have to use it in the future, but you'll use it now if you're smart.
John Sterling, Matt Snell at Downing Stadium. The Stars lead at 8-3. The 60-yard drive. And here is the kickoff now. Rajecki, a really short kick. Really short. Taken by Jimmy Edwards. Edwards 30. Edwards is hit. Edwards is knocked down to the 33. And I'll tell you, the Stars are very fortunate because Edwards did not get a good run back. He didn't get any blocking at all. And that was a really short kick by Rajecki. The tackle by Bill DeFlavio of the Stars. Matt?
John, I just want to say something to the fans. I wish this would be on television because number 61 from the Birmingham Americans, the defensive tackle, 6'2", 250 from Houston, a rookie, he laid the Stars kicker out. So this kid's going to have to learn as he kicks off to keep his head up and look downfield because he's only about 5'9", about 175 pounds, and he wasn't looking and he just got knocked cold.
But he's got to learn. You know, those little place kickers, they kick it off. They got to get off the field before they're in deep trouble. Pete Rajecki was held to the sideline. All right, Birmingham will put it in play on the 33, first and 10. 10:21 left first quarter. The Stars lead at 8-3 over Birmingham. George Mira, the quarterback. In motion is Denny Duran. Now on the option to Duran, he can throw as a quarterback. He's going to be hit in the backfield, and his ball is wrested away by Philbin. It's Stars ball! They try to double reverse to Denny Duran, a wide receiver who's also a quarterback, as he lays the pass. The ball was taken away by Philbin. Stars ball on the Birmingham 23-yard line.
John, that was a typical play by Jerry Philbin, all his years of experience. When he saw that double reverse coming, he knew the little guy wasn't going anywhere. He just tackled him up high and just ripped the ball away from him and started down the field with it. But as you know, those linemen don't know how to run. He could have won it for his first score.
Well, the Stars in business on the 23, first and 10. The quarterback is Sherman. Juice backfield, Richardson, Glacio behind Sherman. Tommy barks it out. The give now to Glacio, right side. He falls forward as he's hit. Gets to about the 20-yard line, a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7 from there. Warren Capone, the middle linebacker, made the stop. Man, I'll tell you something. This ball game has not lacked for action. They've only played about 5 minutes. There's been all kinds of action. The Stars lead at 8-3. They get the 5-point lead here in the first quarter. 9:47 left. 2nd and 7, ball at 20-yard line. Sherman the quarterback. All right, split the backs behind Sherman now. Now in motion goes Dave Richards left. The give to Glacio. Glacio left side 20. Hit and knocked down to the 17-yard line. The tackle by big number 70, Tiny Andrews. And I'm well acquainted with Tiny doing the Morgan games. He's a star at Morgan State, and Tiny's a big guy. He is playing light at 265.
I've heard a lot about Tiny on your broadcast, too. As you said, he's 6'3", 245, and that's light for him. But he's a great one, and as you said, this game hasn't lacked for action. I think that's where they're going to find a lot of fan appeal when they give them all this score and a lot of fast-action football.
Here's a tough play. We'll ask Matt about it. 3rd and 4. It's an in-between play. Sherman now takes the handoff, rolling right. Sherman looking. Sherman 20. Sherman 15. Sherman is hit at the 13, and he should have or be very close to the first down. That's a tough call, Matt. The in-between calls, do you pass, do you run? Sherman, looking to pass, rolled out right and got very close to the first down.
Well, John, as you said, it's a tough call, but I think if Sherman would have rolled towards his markers, he would have had a better chance of making the first down because he came very close, and by being completely on the opposite side of the field, he could have just put his head down and got the first down, but he didn't know exactly where he was and what he needed, and as you know, those quarterbacks are noted for running, but it's good to see one of them roll out because it puts an added dimension to the game and a lot of pressure on that defense because now they have to decide, are they going to stay back and play pass defense, or are they going to come up and stop the man from making the first down, and Birmingham did a great job. They strung it out, and one of the linebackers made the tackle.
Well, Matt, of course, if you quarterback and you put your head down in a tackle, you may not quarterback anymore. Sherman has got the first down, apparently. as that was the preliminary signal. We can't say that they have the chains, because that's not chains. That's called a sticker rod, which someone tried to explain to me, and I don't understand it yet. But anyway, that's what it is. And the Stars have it 1st and 10 on the Birmingham 17-yard line. They lead in the ballgame 8-3 with 8:53 remaining in the quarter. Hamani out right, Sauer out left. Sherman the quarterback. All right, Sherman barks it out now. In an I formation, Richardson gives out a Glazio, the front man, up the middle, at the 10, at the 5, and down to the 2-yard line. Glazio, the big hole, ripped straight ahead and went down to the 2. Glazio is really running well tonight, man.
John, Glazio really looked good on that play. He doesn't have all the size or all the speed, but as you said, he got a good block at the line of scrimmage, and when those defensive secondary men came up to make the tackle, he just put his head down, and he bust right between two of them. So I think John's going to have a real good game. Birmingham's going to have to tighten up their defensive secondary on the Stars and run them off the field.
1st and goal, Stars on the 2. Hermani out to the right. Sauer in tight. The give down to Glazio at the goal line. He gets to the goal line and is over for the touchdown. Bob Glazio. Bob Glazio hit at the goal line, fell forward over, and the Stars now lead 15-3. Glazio, good straight ahead power. So Glazio gets a touchdown. Remember, Sherman rolled in for the first touchdown. Glazio had the action point. The ball's at the 2.5, 23-yard march on 5 plays after Jerry Philbin stole the ball from Denny Giron. All right, now the quarterback is Sherman. Hermani goes out to the left. Now Sherman rolls. Sherman looks. Sherman is hit. Dodges away. Fires in the end zone. It is complete to Ray Parson, the big tight end, for the action point. And Parson spikes the ball. Parson, the huge tight end, gets the action point. And the Stars now lead 16-3. You know, you've probably noticed that a lot of men's hairsprays call themselves dry. Well, maybe you've also noticed that they're really not dry when you put them on. They're wet. What's more, they leave your hair stiff. Vitalis Dry 3 isn't like that. It's the only leading hairspray that goes on almost dry. It leaves your hair softer, less stiff. Vitalis Dry 3, the man's hairspray that lives up to its name. Well, the Stars are doing it all. They lead 16-3.
Well, John, I can't understand what the defensive back from Birmingham was thinking about. As you know, Parsons 6'6", 240, and the defensive back, they had one in front of him, one behind him, and the one in front went high in the air and tried to intercept the ball. And I don't understand why he was trying to intercept it instead of just knocking it away, because there was no place for him to go with it. But he made a mistake, and you're going to see mistakes like this over the years. And I think as they mature a lot more, you'll see that the backs will get a lot better.
All right, the Stars, in about just a little less than 7 minutes, have scored 2 touchdowns and 2 action points. Here is a kick. It's a short one by Rajecki. Picked up by Edwards at the 20. 25 Edwards getting to midfield. Edwards at the 37-yard line is hit and knocked down to the 39 as he ran to the middle portion of the field. And the stop was made by Jimmy Sims, the rookie strong safety from USC. Ball be marked on the 39. I think, again, Matt, the Stars are lucky that Birmingham doesn't have better field position. Those kicks are really short.
Well, John, as you said, Rajecki got a lesson on the last kickoff, and one thing about it, he had his head up this time, and I think he sort of shanked the ball. But again, the guy that hit him before did a lot to shorten that kick up.
By Mira, the quarterback, Birmingham 1st and 10 on their own 39. They trail 16-3. In motion, Robinson to give to Haraway. Into the line of scrimmage. Haraway fights forward to the 41-42-yard line. Number 78, Larry Estes, the first man to hit him along with Lloyd Voss. That Stars defense, and let's talk about it now. Jerry Philbin at left defensive end, Lloyd Voss at left tackle, John Elliott at right tackle. Of course, Elliott and Philbin former Jets. The right end from the Saints, Larry Estes. It's a veteran front 4. The linebackers are all young, are all rookies. And that may hurt. Tom Chandler, the right side linebacker. Martin Reynolds, the middle linebacker. Ernie Richardson, the left side linebacker. All right, it's 2nd and 7 for Birmingham from about the 42-yard line. In motion goes Holman. Here is a gift to Paul Robinson cutting left. Robinson running room 45. 47-48-yard line, Robinson. The stop was made by Wendell Wilson, the right side cornerback. And Paul Robinson may very well have a first down. He's very close to it anyway. Robinson's a good one, Matt, from Cincinnati.
Yeah, Paul's had a lot of good years with Cincinnati. He went down to Houston and didn't do too well, but like you said, Paul's got a lot of outside speed. He has a lot of experience. And I think if you notice, too, that the outside, the wingback was put in motion back towards the line of scrimmage, and he wiped the defensive end out, which would have been Estes. So I think this is something you have to watch just as the game develops.
Third and about 1.5 from the 47-yard line. Holman is out to the right. The rest of the end's in tight. I formation behind Mira. The give to Robinson. Into the line of scrimmage. Crunched by Estes at about the 48-yard line. Don't know if he made it. Larry Estes really crunched Robinson at about the 48, and they're arguing now where to place the ball. George Mira is there. Estes is there. John Elliott is there, and a lot of arguing going on there where to place the ball. It's going to be very close. Ricky Kane, our spotter, says they're a half-inch short. He has to have eyes like Superman if you can see that from here, but all right, let's wait and see now. They place the dicker rod down. That's honestly what it's called, fans, honestly. And they are a half-yard short. Well, chalk went up for our spotter, Ricky Kane. That's amazing. He's got some eyes, man. He's been eating his carrots. You're right, John, because as you know, the lighting at Downing Stadium isn't that great, and for him to spot that they were a half-yard short from here, I can't believe it, but it was a correct call. All right, Dave Richards is the deep man. Wendell Wilson is one of the up men. Right now, Earl Sark stands on his own 35, preparatory to punting it away. Low snap, fumble, picked up Sark, the boot, good, boot by Sark, all the way down. It will roll into the end zone, and it will be touchback. They'll take it back to the 20-yard line, as luckily the Stars got a good bounce and the ball rolled in. So, 5:44 left first quarter. We apologize again if you're having slight problems hearing the broadcast. We are doing it on a phone, live on a phone. We have line trouble into the booth at Downing Stadium. We'll clear it up by the next home game, so don't worry about it. 5:44 left in the quarter. John Sterling, Matt Snell, the Stars very impressive thus far, lead at 16-3. Sauer out left, Hermani out right, in an I formation, the Stars. The quarterback is Tommy Sherman. Sherman now, long count. Now the give to Richards. Richards hit at the line of scrimmage, escapes, into the 25, and knocked down at the 25. I'll tell you something, Matt. He had a little bit of a hole, a little bit of air, and I thought he ran into Bob Hermani, who was down blocking for him. It could be true, you know. He's got so many moves that I'm sure the people down in front of him don't know which way he's going to go either. But, you know, having played running back for 9 years, and the size of the Stars running backs, I wait to see what's going to happen around that 18, 19 to 20 game. I don't see how they're going to take the constant pounding. All right, Hermani, the little guy, is out to the right. Sauer is out to the left. I formation. The give now to Glasgow. Glasgow stumbling forward across the 30-yard line up to the 32. And this should be a Stars first down. In fact, it will be because they started at the 20. Glasgow did not have his footing, but he had very good balance, Matt. Somehow he kept his balance and went forward past the 30. Well, the thing about it, he's not getting his head up, you know. He's not watching where he's going, and he tripped over, I think, his own pulling trapping guard's legs. But he'll learn to get his head up. This has always been one of his problems. The backfield coach will work with him. He'll be all right. First and 10 Stars. Sherman, a quick out for Hermani, is dropped at the sideline, 34. That's really kind of a time play, that quick out. Hermani, couple of steps down, look out, and Sherman throwing the ball to a spot and went off Hermani's hands. 4 minutes, 32 seconds left first quarter. Hope you're enjoying New York Stars action on WMCA. And now Jimmy Ford has gone in the ball game, replacing Dave Richards. Ford played with the Saints last year. He's a little bit bigger running back than Richards. And they line up in the I. Glasgow and Ford. Here's a give now to Hermani on a reverse. Hermani now 30, 35. Hermani is hit and knocked down past the 40. It should be another Stars first down. A fake give to Ford, and they work the reverse play beautifully. I think Sherman should be given a lot of credit. He's really mixing his plays well. He's running off tackle. He's throwing a little 5-yard out. And as you said, that little 5-yard out seems like such a simple little pass, but it takes a lot of time and work between the quarterback and the receiver. With a couple of blocks, I think he could have taken that one all the way. But again, this is something that they will learn about each other as the season goes on. Once again, the Stars are on the move. They've had 2 straight first downs since taking the touchback on their own 20. First and 10, about the Birmingham 41. The quarterback, Sherman, the give now is to Ford, and Ford hits up to about the 42-43. Hit by the middle part of the Birmingham defense by 51 Mike Mullen, who is, again, that rookie linebacker from Tulane. Truax and Mullen, both rookies from Tulane. Well, a lot of rookies here. The one rookie they don't have is playing on the other side, the right side linebacker, Ross Brubaker from the Chicago Bears. Played pretty good football there with the Bears. Brubaker over on the right side. In the middle is Warren Capone. Left side is Mike Truax. Mullen is in there spelling Capone right now. So the Stars have it with a second and about 9 at the 43. All right, here's Sherman. Give to Ford. Ford high-stepping. Midfield. Ford. And he's hit a knockdown there. High-stepping by Ford across the line of scrimmage. Gets up to the 50. It should bring up a third and about 2 from midfield.
Well, you say he was high-stepping. This is something that Gladio's going to have to learn. Right at the line of scrimmage, there was no hole, but there was a body across. The trapping guard pulled out and trapped, and his body was extended in the hole. But by picking his feet up and dancing a little bit, he was able to pick up about 8 yards. And that was real good running. And I think once Gladio learns this, I think that they will have a real good backfield combination.
All right, the Stars come up now, third and a long one, trying to keep it going. Trying to keep the drive going. Tom Spinks in the ball game now, wide receiver. He's flanked out to the right. Sherman, the quarterback. Here is the give now to Ford. Ford across midfield and gets down very close. I think he's missed it. I think he's missed it by about a yard. We'll check out Dickie Lane, the free safety, was in there making that tackle, number 35. Frankly, the lights are not too great here. It looks a little dark out there, and in the right near midfield, I believe they're a little short. Now we'll see. They're going to bring in the first down marker. The Dicker rod, right. But it is the first down marker, too. People will know what we're talking about. Now they measure it. Actually, it's a very good innovation because it removes all those chains. And they are going to be a little shy. So the fans, of course, shout go. Babe Parilli is not going to do that from midfield. They're going to punt it away. They're not going to punt it away. They're going to go for it? You think? All right. Out goes Spinks. Sauer comes in now. He was out for a play. And they are going to go for it. It's fourth and about a half yard from the Birmingham 48.5-yard line. Fourth and about a half yard. Everyone in type of Sauer out wide right. In motion, Richards. The Sherman quarterback sneak. He's got the first down. And Sherman catapulted in the air over the line of scrimmage and got the first down. A great move by Tommy Sherman, leaping high over the line of scrimmage. As you said, it was a great call because everyone was looking when that back went in motion. They thought he was going to probably give it to Gladio off tackle, which they've been very successful with. But Sherman kept it himself, and he went high and over the top, and it was good. You know, that's what a middle linebacker has to support because, and you get this kind of experience from people that played years in the NFL. I don't think he would have made that in the NFL because everyone was looking for it. All right, a minute 15 left in the first half. Third straight Stars first down. First play now. The give to Ford, hit behind the line of scrimmage, dragged down at the midfield stripe. He lost about 3 yards on the play. Jimmy Ford was hit from behind by number 77, Dick Trower. Trower might have been with the Jets for a short time. Matt, do you remember him?
No, I can't say that I do, but one thing I know is that he's awful big, and I wish you would have had him because it would have really helped our defense a lot.
All right, it's second down. A loss of about 2 on the play. Let's call it second and 11, second and 12. 39 seconds left first quarter. The Stars leading the ball game 16-3. All right, in motion goes Ford out to the right. Sherman now, here is the give now, straight ahead to Andy Huff. And Huff goes across the 46 to the 45-yard line. Warren Capone in on the stop. The second team backfield is in now, Jim Ford and Andy Huff. And Huff gets it down about the 44. This will bring up a third. And let's see now, third and about 7 yards. They have to get to about the 37. Ball's on the 44. Third and 7. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. That might be the final play, and it is. There's the gun, which ends the first quarter of play. The score at the end of the first quarter, the Stars 16, Birmingham 3, and we'll be back in just 60 seconds.
If you like a beer with flavor, mention my name.
Mabel, another black label. Carling Black Label beer. America's lusty, lively beer. It's got taste that comes through. Straight and true. Beer after beer.
Downing Stadium, beginning of quarter number 2. Stars football on WMCA as the Stars lead it 16-3 with 2 touchdowns and 2 action points. Birmingham scored first on about a 35-yard field goal by Earl Sark, and then the Stars have been moving ever since. Birmingham has done almost nothing. Sherman has 1 TD, Gladjo the other, 2 action points. Stars have it now, 3rd down at about 7 from the 44. Sherman back to pass. Sherman looking long over the middle for Sauer, and it is complete. Yes, it is. It wasn't to Sauer. It went to number 83, Bert Askin, the reserve tight end. And they threw over Sauer's head, and it went to Bert Askin, complete for the first down.
Like you say, John, when things are going well for you, they go completely well. Askin was running, looking back for the ball. He looked it into his hands, and just as he caught it, he was decked. But again, that's a lot of concentration. And matter of fact, the man that decked him is going out of the game. So that really shows a lot of poise right there.
Askin from Texas Southern, he's 6'2", 230, not as big as Parson, maybe a better pass catcher. Ball on the 18, Stars driving. That's their 4th straight first down on this drive. All right, the fumble by Sherman now off the snap, and it may be recovered by Birmingham. Let's wait and see. Birmingham coming on the field with their offense. It may be recovered by Birmingham. And let's see now. No, it isn't. It's Stars football. Sherman fell on it back on the 20, so just a loss of about 2. We should mention, Matt, there is a truly outstanding crowd at Downing Stadium. The stadium may lack 3,000 or 4,000 being a capacity crowd tonight. You can see some seats empty, but very few, and that's tremendous. This is not the greatest stadium in the world. The Stars will be here for a couple of years, and then to Yankee Stadium, so good crowd for the Stars' first home game, almost capacity. All right, Sherman 2nd and 12. Sherman looking outside. It is complete to Spinks. Takes it out of bounds inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line. The reserve Tom Spinks, playing in the place of Al Young, caught the pass away on the open side of the field, and that's going to be very close to a Stars first down. They started at the 18. The ball is inside the 10, and I believe, let's see now. They have it on the scoreboard. They have 3rd down signal. It's first down. That is a first down. Sherman threw that ball a long way. He has to go completely across the field. That's the toughest pass for any quarterback. And Sherman got it there. All right, 1st and goal from the 8. Stars driving for their 5th first down now in a row on this drive. Just backfield behind Sherman. Sherman now, here is the give. Swinging wide, Huff. 5. Touchdown! Andy Huff! The former Fighting Irish Notre Damer, Andy Huff, goes off the left side. And the Stars lead it 23-3.
The thing that set that touchdown up, as you said, John, with that last completion, you can see a lot of George Sauer and Babe Parilli, former New York Jet players. You can see a lot of it in their offensive formations. That last passing completion was what George Sauer normally calls a corner go out. George goes down, he breaks on the post, breaks to the outside, and takes it on the sideline. As you said, the defensive back fell down, but Andy Huff really did some great running taking that ball in. The cornerback came up to support, he just ran right over.
All right, here comes the action point from the 2.5. Here is Sherman, the quick pitch to Ford. Ford is hit before he gets to the goal line. Don't believe it will be good. Boy, the Stars are mad because rolling into the end zone was Ford, but they're not going to call it good. So the Stars fail on the action point. The Stars, though, completed an 80-yard drive in 13 plays on Huff's 8-yard touchdown run. And with 13:26 left in the first half, the Stars lead it 23-3. You've probably noticed that a lot of men's hairsprays call themselves dry. Maybe you've also noticed that they're really not dry when you put them on. They're wet. What's more, they leave your hair stiff. Vitalis Dry number 3 isn't like it. It's the only leading hairspray that goes on almost dry. It leaves your hair softer, less stiff. Vitalis Dry 3, the men's hairspray that lives up to its name. Vitalis, one of the Stars sponsors on WMCA, and happy to bring the Stars games to you from Downing Stadium. Stars lead it 23-3, 13:26 left in the second quarter. And I, Matt, don't think anyone really expected this kind of a rout. Of course, the game has a long way to go. Then again, everything is new in this league. No one knows really what to expect.
Well, as I said, you have Babe Parilli and George Sauer were for years with the Jets, and I think the defense is playing real well, and I think that the Stars are really high and flying for the New York fan. They're glad to see just a great crowd. Actually, as you would say, there must be about 15,000 to 16,000.
All right, low kick by Rajecki, hit by one of the up one, and fallen on now by Chara. Ball is loose. Let's see who recovered it. Ball is loose. It is, let's see, it is New York Stars football. On the 35. One of the up men, Dick Trower, number 77, had that ball hit him in the chest. He lost it. And the Stars recovered on the 35. And it also went off Ernie Richardson, number 63, the linebacker. So the Stars have the ball again, as they've had almost throughout. Recovering it was Bill DeFlavio. That's his second recovery of the ball game. And so the Stars will put it in play on the 36-yard line. And man, the Stars are just doing it all. It's unbelievable. They lead 23-3. All right, Sherman on first, looking to pass, firing deep for Sauer. He overthrows him at the 10. And I'll tell you something, George had the whole middle of the field.
Well, if you notice, John, the safety blitzed, and George, having been around for 9 years with the Jets, and the Babe Parilli, they put the innovation the Jets used so effectively with George and Joe Namath. George, when he saw that safety disappeared, he just broke his pattern, got what he was supposed to run, and broke over the middle right where the guy left. Sherman unloaded the ball, but he was just a little bit too long with it, and they would have had 6 more.
Sauer, 7 more, right. That's the action point. We're going to get it straight. Okay, Spinks out to the right, Sauer out left. They split the backs behind Sherman. Now the tight end goes out in the slot right. Slot right formation Stars. Sherman now, the give on the jaw and going nowhere at all is Andy Huff. He's dragged down at about the line of scrimmage, at about the 36-yard line. The tackle by number 77, Dick Trower, along with number 51, Mike Mullen, and 61, Butch Brazina. All right, leaving the Stars lineup now is Gladio. Bobby Gladio goes out. It's going to be a third down now at about 10. Third and 10 for the Stars on the 36. Now, if the Stars don't complete this play, we'll talk about the field goal and what a long field goal this is, much longer than you think. All right, Sherman on third will roll right. Looking to throw, firing over the middle. He's got it complete. It's complete now to Ray Parson, rather to the reserve tight end, Bert Askin. And Askin has the ball down to the 20-yard line. So it will be another first and 10 for the Stars. Askin found a little dead spot in the zone. He just rolled up and came back and caught the pass, and he was free, Matt.
Well, as you say, in the World Football League, they're stressing zone play, and again, you can see some of the innovation of the Jets. Askin, when he found the hole in the zone, instead of going deep and covering himself, he just pulled up, and Sherman read it perfectly and laid the ball right in there.
All right, it's another first down for the Stars. Stars are really something. Here's the give to Huff, up the middle. Huff in the 15. Huff running tough. Gets down to the 12-yard line. Andy Huff, he just bowled someone over the 15 and went down about the 12-yard line, a gain of about 8. And the Stars on the march again will have a second and about 2 from the 12-yard line. Huff has looked awfully tough or rough tonight, Matt.
John, I think what you're seeing is that Birmingham is getting a little frustrated. As you say, personnel-wise, they should be really overpower the Stars. But the Stars come to play, and Birmingham now is starting to think about the game.
All right, it's second down from the 12-yard line, second about 2. The quarterback is Tommy Sherman. Sherman has Sauer left. The give now to Huff. Huff hits a stone wall and is bearing down just about the line of scrimmage. So they call Huff on the right side. They're running a lot to the right side or the left side of Birmingham. And the tackle was made by Warren Capone, the middle linebacker. 10:55 left in the second quarter. The Stars leading at 23-3. Moment before, when the Stars had a third on the 36, we talked about the field goal, which is almost automatic in pro football from there, but it isn't in this league, because that would have been a 53-yard field goal. All right, out to the right side is the rookie Tom Spinks, the wide receiver. Out left is Sauer. Third and about 2. Sherman, the give to Huff. Huff cutting now left, gets over the 10, about the 9. It'll be another Stars first down. First and goal from about the 9. As the Stars are just rampaging tonight before this really big home crowd. The first home game in Stars history. It is a first down. First and goal from the 9. First and goal from the 9. Now here goes Spinks out to the right. He's playing in the place of Howard Young. Sauer is in tight on the left side. Juice backfield behind Sherman. Sherman now, the give now to Huff going wide right. 5-yard line. 4. Hit and knocked down shy of the goal line at about the 2-yard line on the far side of the field, which from here is about a mile and a half away. Stars have 11 first downs in the game. Birmingham has no first downs, and it shows on the scoreboard. Tackle was by Capone. Capone's played a pretty good ball game. The ball's on the 2. It is second and goal from about the 2. Second and goal from the 2. Stars driving for another touchdown. They lead in the ball game 23-3. Out wide, right is Sauer. They have 2 tight ends in the ball game. They split the backs behind Sherman. Here is a gift to Huff. Huff is hit behind the line of scrimmage and down at the 3-yard line. A good defensive play way across the way. Tough to see the number from here. 55 again, Warren Capone. That was a good play, man.
Yeah, well, Warren read that perfectly. As you said, they went with 2 tight ends and they put George on the right. And I don't think Warren didn't have anyone to look out for. So he just shot across the line and destroyed the interference and took Huff down.
All right, let's see if Sherman goes to play action here. 3rd and 3. Sauer out to the left. 2 tight ends in. Deuce backfield, Sherman. Sherman raises, throws to Sauer. Oh, he dropped it in the end zone. Sauer down and out, and he left his man, and George dropped it in the end zone. That is a no-no for George, and very surprising, frankly.
Well, as you said, the lights on the green this year, and George used to wear contact lenses when he was with the Jets for years, so I have a feeling that it was a combination of the lights plus being early in the season. George just isn't quite ready, but later on in the season, you'll see him make those kind of catches.
All right, Stars will try a field goal. Rejecki out of a Sherman hold at the 10-yard line, so it's a 20-yard field goal. 20-yard field goal, Rejecki try out of a Sherman hold. Ball is down. The kick is up. The kick is good. And as they come up the field, with a timeout on the field, the score, the Stars 26, Birmingham 3. More Stars football in just 60 seconds.
A few years ago, automobile manufacturers came up with a solution to help keep the air clean: emission controls. Since then, automobile manufacturers have been faced with a new problem: how to keep the emission controls clean. Clogged emission controls can reduce your miles per gallon as much as 22%. And if there's something we need almost as much as clean air, it's a way to make our gasoline go a little further. That's where we come in. Getty, the company famous for selling one grade of gasoline, Getty Premium, introduces Getty No Lead. If you own a 1971 or newer car and you use Getty No Lead, your emission control system should stay cleaner, which means Getty No Lead gives you more miles for your money from your PCV valve, more miles for your money from your spark plugs, more miles for your money from your exhaust gas recirculating system. Getty No Lead, Getty's newest way of giving you more miles for your money.
All right, here's the kickoff at Downing Stadium. Rejecki boots it long this time. Jimmy Edwards in the 10. Edwards 15. Edwards 20. Slips. Edwards now near the 30. Running cross field. Edwards gets a block at 40. He's at midfield. 45 of the Stars. And 45 at Birmingham down to the 47-yard line. A good run back now by Jimmy Edwards. And Birmingham now has good field position at the 46-yard line. It's their own 46. And there's 8:11 left in the half. The score is 26-3 Stars. Matt, that's a pretty good run back.
I think a lot of the Stars did what is known as a no-no when going out on a kickoff. A lot of them committed themselves and went down on one block, and the big thing on the kickoff is to stay on your feet.
All right, Mira, the quarterback. Now the pitch to Paul Robinson coming wide right. He's hit, and he is still on his feet, knocked down in midfield. Stars linebackers in pursuit there. Number 58, Gary Champagne, and along with tackle Lloyd Voss were there. Gary Champagne, all their linebackers are rookies. Art Reynolds, Tom Chandler, Gary Champagne, Ernie Richardson, and Dana Carpenter. They're all rookies. And, of course, that defensive backfield is very young, too. Steve Dennis of Grambling, James Sims, USC. At the safeties, Wendell Wilson of Yankton, and Charlie Boston of Western Illinois. They're all rookies. Now, they got 9 rookies back there. In motion is Holman to the right. All right, Holman now split out wide right. Haraway in motion. They give to Robinson. Robinson dives across midfield. Is down on the 48-yard line. Not nearly enough for a first down. It will bring up a 3rd and about 4. Matt, now we'll see whether Mira is going to start throwing the ball. Mira has not thrown the ball a lot, and he's losing by about 3 touchdowns.
Well, I predict you're going to see two different games. The first half belongs to the Stars, but I think Birmingham will go in and it'll come out when they'll be completely regrouped. But the big thing about it, you said he's got to start throwing the ball. When you're down 26-3, you can't afford to keep running the ball on the ground.
All right, here goes Mira, back to pass. Mira flips it out of the back to Haraway, incomplete. Off Haraway's hands. He was covered by the linebacker, Gary Champagne, and coming up the sideline was the left side cornerback, Charlie Boston. And if that ball is hung up a little more, Boston might be away. You want to get tickets to the Stars game. They have almost a sold-out crowd tonight at Downing Stadium. The next Stars home game, July 31st at 8 o'clock against Jacksonville. Tickets at Ticketron. And honestly, there's a lot of action here. Mira 0 for 3 in passing, only 3 attempted passes. Of course, they haven't had the ball that much either, Matt. That's one of the reasons. Sark to do the punting. Back is Hermione. Here is the boot by Sark. It's low, almost blocked. Hermione will let it bounce. It's going to roll inside the 5, down on about the 2-yard line. So Birmingham and Earl Sark roll it dead on about the 2 or 3-yard line. A good punt by Sark. And it's 26-3 here with 6:40 left in the period. That was a great punt by Sark.
Well, it was a great punt, and my old friend Cecil Leonard, I was glad to see him down there on the 2-yard line. That was on the 2nd and on the 2-yard line. You know, Cecil has been around a long time, and as I said, the veterans in this league is going to make a lot of difference. They're going to make a lot of great plays, and I think they're the ones that are going to make this league either go and make it exciting for their fans.
All right, Stars now take it over on near their own goal line. The give up ahead is to Ford, cross the 5, up to about the 7-8-yard line. A straight-ahead plunge by Jim Ford. And they get the ball right out of the end line anyway area. Get a little running room, a little breathing room. Ball's under the 7. A gain of, well, just about 5. Capone again on the stop. Warren Capone is 6'1", 215, a rookie out of LSU. A lot of those linebackers, man, I have the feeling were passed up by the NFL. They thought they were maybe too small. But Capone's a pretty good linebacker. Hermione out right, Sauer out left. Ford and Huff the backfield behind Sherman. All right, now here is the give to Huff, running hard up to the 10 and hit and knocked down to the 10. Shy of a first down by about 3 yards. And it will bring up 3rd and 3 from about the 10-yard line. Yeah. Matt just made a good point. We only have one phone to share. That's why Matt and I can't talk at the same time, which would be difficult anyway. But Matt's talking that Warren Capone is about the same size as Leroy Jordan of Dallas, a small middle linebacker who was all-pro last year. All right, Stars have a 3rd down play with 5:25 left in the first half. 3rd down at about 3 from the 10. In motion goes Ford. The give, no, Sherman keeps. Sherman off tackle. Sherman, first down across the 15, up to the 18. Sherman, a keeper off tackle, a beautiful play by quarterback Tom Sherman.
You know, John, the thing that amazed me, and I think is a lot of these quarterbacks get a lot more experience. They'll start giving that ball to the running backs, but Tom's not afraid to call his own number, and that's good because it adds a new dimension to the game. As I said, when you have a quarterback that can run, and Tom really looked good on that play. He put his head down, he dove for that first down, he meant business.
There's the WMCA New York, where right after the game you'll hear Barry Gray. All right, Sherman 1st and 10. Sherman now on the give to Ford. Ford nowhere at all. Stacked up at about the 19 by the middle of the Birmingham line. 4:35 left first half. John Sterling, Matt Snell, Downing Stadium. Stars are really shining tonight. They lead 26-3. Only one penalty in the game, and that was on the opening kickoff, as I recall. Good execution, really, by both teams. Only one penalty in the game, and that was a holding penalty on the Stars on the opening kickoff. All right, Sauer comes out here to the left. Spinks across the way on the right side. Sherman a pass in the pocket. Looking. Now he's going to run out of the pocket. 20, 25 Sherman, 30 Sherman. Falls on at the 35-yard line after he got the first down. Sherman found a very nice soft spot to fall at about the 34, and Sherman is looking extremely good coming out of the pocket.
Well, you know, as I said, John, I hate to repeat myself, but when he went back then, he set up the pass, his man was covered, he pulled that ball down, tucked it away, and he did some real good running there, and I was glad to see him pick a good spot to lay down because the quarterback's not supposed to really be a runner. He's supposed to think out there and give the ball to other people.
No, especially in this league. He's got 18 more games to play, right? All right, 3:30 left in the half. Stars again jogging. Been all Stars tonight. Really has. Sherman the quarterback. 1st and 10. Ball on the 34 of the Stars. Sherman, long count. Sherman, the gift to Ford. Ford 35. Falls forward to about the 38, 39-yard line as a nice forward. Ford hit at the line of scrimmage, escaped. Very sloppy tackling on the interior line of Birmingham. Maybe that's their weak spot, the defensive line, man.
Well, I don't know, but as I said, I think that you're going to see two different games. I think when the Americans go inside and sit down and talk about this, I think the coach is going to say to them, when you come up to meet these running backs, set your shoulder and lock your arms and just bring them down. Don't try to kill them. And I think Birmingham can be trying to kill people.
All right, 2nd and 5, Stars at their own 40. Sherman, the pitch out wide right, Ford. Ford running room 40. 35-yard line, 45-yard line, run out of bounds up near the 48-yard line. Ford getting the quick outside pitch by Sherman, going right, turn the corner, and that should be another Stars first down. Unofficially in the booth, we have the Stars with 13 first downs and Birmingham with none. And that gives you an idea why the Stars lead 26-3. 2 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in the first half. Stars have the ball as they mark off a 5-yard penalty face mask against Birmingham on the play. They get an additional 5 yards, and the ball is marked now to the Birmingham 47-yard line. Stars in business. Spinks out wide right. Sauer out wide left. Sherman in the pocket to throw. Sherman looks, fires for Spinks, and it's complete and out of bounds. Let's see if they rule it complete. Yes. And you only need 1 foot in this league, Matt. That's something we've got to look for. And Spinks had the 1 foot in on the far sideline, went out of bounds, and the Stars in Washington, almost everything Sherman calls is working.
Well, again, I think, as I said, Birmingham's frustrated now, and they're not getting a good rush out of the front four. The linebackers are not tackling, so what they're trying to do is to blitz one of their safeties, and every time that they blitz him, the Stars have had the right call. They either passed to one of their outside receivers or they ran a wide pitch. So I think Birmingham's got to really get their defense coordinated.
All right, 2nd and 1 on the 38. Sherman a pass on 2nd and 1. Fires over the middle. It is complete to Askin. Askin is down on the 20-yard line, but another Stars first down. Askin the completion. Ball came loose after the whistle, but that ball be marked right down to the 20-yard line. It's funny, he has not been the starter, Matt. Ray Parson has been the starter, but Askin may be taking that job away. He has caught 3 passes tonight. It looks like an excellent pass receiver. You mentioned that a couple of times. He's been decked after catching the pass, and he's held on. Warren Capone comes out of the ballgame now, middle linebacker. He's made a lot of unassisted tackles. There is a timeout. In fact, with a timeout on the field, the score is the Stars 26 and Birmingham 3. More Stars football in 60 seconds.
Hi, I'm Jim Bay for Carling Sports. It's human nature, I guess, that people doubt ambitious ideas. You can imagine the "what, another football league" comments when the World Football League was born. Friends, the WFL is here to stay. And I think you'll agree the trio of Super Bowl champion Dolphins made it a swim proposition when all the doubters were saying sink. Their signing as Northmen of Toronto, before the team became the Southmen of Memphis, made the league viable, believable. Fact is, the WFL could very well boast, today the States, tomorrow the world.
If you like a beer with flavor, mention my name.
Mabel, another black label. Calling Black Label beer.
All right, John Sterling, Matt Snell back. Stars have a 1st and 10 on the 21 after the completion from Sherman to Bert Askison. Stars lead at 26-3. 3 touchdowns, 2 action points, and a field goal by Rajecki. 1st and 10. Stars driving again. Birmingham 21. 2 minutes left in the first half. All right, here is the give to Huff right side. Huff fumbles the ball. It's rolled out of bounds. Birmingham may have recovered across the way. The fumble by Huff, and yes, it is Birmingham ball on the recovery of the Huff fumble. That stops the Star drive.
Huff really, I don't think ever really had the handle on that ball. But the thing about it is that he made the mistake of instead of trying to just fall on the fumble and keep the ball, he tried to pick it up. And P.S., that football takes funny bounces. I know for 9 years, I don't think I ever recovered one of my own fumbles.
As they say, the football is oblong, not round. It takes a lot of bounces. Okay, a minute 59 left in the half. Stars now leading 26-3. I'm sure the Americans would like to get on the board before this half. In fact, George Mira now comes over to speak to Jack Gotta, the Birmingham coach. Mira now comes right back. Mira has thrown very, very seldom tonight. I think only 3 passes attempted. He has not completed a pass. And honestly, man, I don't want to second guess here and coach from up here, but with 3 rookie linebackers and 4 rookie defensive backs, you figure Mira would try to go to work on them a little bit.
Well, George has a minute and 59 seconds left, and I think that if he's going to go into this halftime with any chance of winning this game, he's going to have to open up and throw. Even for his own confidence, he's going to have to throw the ball and decide that the second half will come out throwing and get back in this game and really make a go of it.
By the way, conversely, Tommy Sherman of the Stars has gone 8 for 9 for 110 yards. Not bad at all. Sherman also has run probably, man, for about 30 yards or so. Okay, hope you're enjoying it. On WMCA New York Stars football. And this is just first of all the home games, and who knows how many more games we'll bring you during the season. The response, frankly, has been very, very favorable from our advertisers, and we're very happy to have them aboard. Hope you enjoy Stars football. Again, as Matt pointed out before, Stars have quite a crowd here for their first game. If Downing Stadium holds 22 or 23, they probably have about 18 or 19,000. And it's evenly apportioned throughout the stadium. There really aren't any empty spaces, well, far across perhaps, beyond the goal line. There's a section without many people sitting in. That's about all. The rest of the stadium is pretty well filled.
But John, I think a lot of people probably came out of curiosity, but I'm sure if they go back and tell their friends about the game, and if they read about it, and if the Stars keep playing this brand of ball, I think you'll see the stadium full for a lot of their home games.
All right, Mira now on 1st and 10. Ball to 21. Mira to pass. Mira in the pocket. Flips it out here, complete for the tight end Powell. Powell 25. Powell is run out of bounds at the 27. They ruled though that he did not go out. They want the clock to start now. Powell and Ernie Richardson in a brief fight broken up. Powell and the rookie Ernie Richardson from Jackson State, the left side linebacker, swapped a couple of punches, which really are very ineffective in football with the helmets and the mouth, the gear, and all. Birmingham's going to take a timeout, so Matt, we have another chance. Mira did go back. The complaint about Mira in the NFL was that he was just too small to see over the charging lineman. Also, he threw the ball sometimes a little hard. But Mira has a pretty good arm. But I wonder if Birmingham has thought of rolling Mira out and kind of the rolling pocket, try to get him a better view of the receivers downfield.
John, I think so, because, as I said, George came out the same year that I came out of college, and that was one of the faults with him. But I think you'll see a lot of moving pocket, what Kansas City made famous in this league. And I think when George rolls out, he opens up the lanes he can see.
Ball on the 29. It's 2nd and 2. A minute 46 remaining. Mira trying to use the clock. Looks and fires across the field. It is complete to Dennis Holman. No, he dropped the ball. Holman dropped the ball. He was really hit across the way by Wendell Wilson. And Holman coughed up the ball, and it will be a 3rd down. Now Mira's got to get the 1st down. It's 3rd and 2, and he's got to go get the 1st down. Ball is set down to the 29-yard line. By the way, Sherman in the ball game talked about his passing for 110 yards. He has 6 carries for 39 yards, including a touchdown. Touchdown on the rollout. The beautiful bootleg keeper. He went around the left side for the first Stars touchdown. All right, Birmingham, 3rd and 2. Mira in the pocket. Mira throws across the middle. It is dropped. It is incomplete. Ball is dropped. It was intended for Charlie Haraway on the 35-yard line. Haraway dropped the ball. And this will bring up 4th down. Ernie Richardson was covering on the play. And so the Stars will get the ball again. That little guy, Bob Hermani, jumps back in single safety. And look at the size of him. He's like a little water bug out there. Now Manny is going off the field. And there is no safety. Sark is in to do the punting. Stars are lined up without a safety. Well, they're going to let the ball die, in other words. Parilli just wants the ball to die. There is no deep man for the Stars. Here's the snap and the boot. A high boot. There's no one there to get it, though. The ball will hit at the 45 of of the Stars take a Stars bounce and be dead at midfield, at the 40-yard line, rather. Hit at the 35 and bounce back to the 40-yard line. Now, the question for you, Matt, is did they forget to put someone back there, or did Parilli just want the punt to go without a fumble?
I think with a minute and 23 seconds left to go, and when you lead 26-3, I don't think they really thought they would punt the ball. And even if they did, all he's looking for now is to run the clock out, go into halftime with his big lead, and come out and play a good second half. But I think that I'm amazed at how well the Stars are playing, as seeing as how they've only had one game to scout Birmingham, so they have them really down. And I think Birmingham's going to have to really go into halftime and come out with a whole, almost a totally new offense if they're going to get anything going. With George has to throw the ball too.
All right, Stars line up now. Minute 23 remaining. The ball on their own 40. Here is now the give straight ahead of Huff. Midfield, Huff roaring down to the 45. Unbelievable. Andy Huff with a great first step in a hole, and he roared through the secondary, going all the way down to the 45. A 15-yard gain by Huff, and he is easily the most impressive back in the game tonight. Andy Huff.
John, as I said earlier, Andy really kept his head up, and he just had a crack in there, but he just squirted through it. And as you said, he was into the secondary, and he was really running well. And if he had a little more speed, he could have taken that all the way for a long touchdown.
Tell you what, Huff's got a pretty good first step. 16 first downs now for the Stars. Here is the give to Huff off the right side, nowhere at all, maybe a yard, down to the 44-yard line of Birmingham, hit by the left side. Huff gains maybe a yard. 30 seconds remaining. Now we'll see, Matt, how daring the Stars are. There are 30 seconds left, a little less than 30. Stars have the ball on the 44-yard line. It's inside the 45. And we'll see if the Stars want to gamble at all. 18 seconds remaining. Sauer out wide left. Tommy Spinks out wide right. Sherman will pass. He's in the pocket. He looks. Firing for Spinks. It's overthrown out of bounds. Stops the clock, though, with 8 seconds. It stops the clock with 8 seconds. And so the Stars will get one more play in. Ball on the 44. As we look at our statisticians, am I right? Birmingham does not have a first down. They have no first downs. The Stars have 16 first downs. Birmingham has none, unofficially. And the Stars lead at 26-3. All right, here may be the final play of the half, depending on what the play is. Sauer out wide left. Spinks out wide right. Sherman, the quarterback, 44. It's a draw play. Huff. Huff at the 30. Huff at the 25. Huff is hit and knocked down to the 19-yard line. Andy Huff, the Stars want time called. They got it with 1 second. Draw play, and Andy Huff again roared through. You're so right, man. If he had a little more speed, it'd be Kitty bar the door. He'd be gone.
Yeah, he really ran a beautiful draw play, and he said everyone was expecting him to either just run an all-tackle play and kill the clock, or either just throw a pass out of bounds and try another play. But he had that draw play off there to Huff, but he really squirted through there, and a little more step, a half a step more, he's taking that one all the way. Really a great call on Sherman's part.
Stars were able to stop the clock with 1 second unofficially on the clock, scoreboard clock at the closed end of the stadium. Rajecki is in. Pete Rajecki. The ball's on the 20. Sherman should kneel at about the 27. It'll be a 37-yard field goal into the closed end of Downing Stadium. Now, you know what they call Rajecki? He's from Germany now.
What do they call him?
They call him the Booten Tooten. Pete Rajecki, the Booten Tooten, will line it up at about the 27. He's soccer style, right-footed kicker. Andy Huff, by the way, is not very big. He's fullback. He's 5'11", 200. And boy, is he impressed tonight. In fact, two young stars have really impressed. The reserve tight end, Bert Askin, and Andy Huff has been running behind Glasgow. All right, here comes the final play of the half. It'll be a 27-yard attempt. Sherman will hold at about the 27, and then it becomes a 37-yard field goal. Ball on the 27-yard line. Goalpost 10 yards back. Ball is down. Kick is up by Rajecki. It has the distance. It is good. Final play of the half. Pete Rajecki knocks it through from 37. And, boy, they're getting a standing ovation. The Stars are getting a standing ovation at Downing Stadium. A standing ovation as the Stars go off the field. And at the end of the first half, the score, the New York Stars 29, the Birmingham Americans 3. More Stars football in just 60 seconds.
another black label.
Carling Black Label beer, America's lusty, lively beer. It's got taste that comes through, straight and true. Beer after beer after beer.
Have a Carling Black Label. It's America's lusty, lively beer with a taste that comes across straight and true. Beer after beer.
If you like a beer with flavor, mention my name. Mabel, another black label.
Carling Black Label beer.
John Sterling and Matt Snell back at Downing Stadium on Randall's Island, and I gotta tell you, it's gotta be a surprise. You know, Matt, you said that before. A lot of people are gonna come out because of curiosity, what the game is like and what the Stars are like. And the game has been loaded with action from start to finish of the first half. The Stars are doing it all. They can't have a better first half, and they lead 29-3. And you happened to notice it as the half ended after Rajecki's field goal was good. These fans got up and gave him a standing ovation. And New York is a very, very tough crowd for anything in show business.
You're right, John, and having played you for 9 years, I can really attest to that. But one thing about the New York fan is that they're very appreciative, and the New York Stars are really impressed with a 29-3 halftime lead. And I think that the Stars are doing their own best advertising. They got almost a capacity crowd here, and with the brand of ball that they're playing, I think a lot of people's going to go back and really tell them fans you should go out there and just see the game. This is the first thing here, John, I've never seen before. For the halftime show, we got a soccer match going on, and this really should be interesting because the fans come out to see football, and they're going to end up seeing some soccer at halftime. And I think it's going to be very interesting, and I think with the innovations in the league and with the different things that the Stars are going to do to bring the fans out, I think it's really going to turn out well. And I think as the year rolls on, you'll see more and more fans out here because the football is very exciting.
We're going to give Matt Snell a rest. You've heard of a woman assistant general manager? Well, you're going to meet one in just a minute, Dusty Rhodes, who, when I knew her, played the outfield for the New York Giants a few years ago. But, so we're going to talk to Dusty Rhodes in just a moment. There'll be more New York Stars football right after this message in about 60 seconds.
Feeling just fine, 'cause you're comfortable flying TWA. Getting dozy, flying cozy, the most relaxing way. TWA.
People who fly a lot on business say TWA has the most comfortable planes. They're comfortable because you're never more than one seat from an aisle in 1011 coach. They're comfortable because the TWA twin seat lets you fold down the middle if nobody's there and sit two across instead of three. And they're comfortable because our 747s have specially contoured seats you can sit in for hours without getting fidgety. A comfortable flight is really what TWA Ambassador Service is all about.
We're back in Downing Stadium on Randall's Island, and it's an unusual evening to say the least. Here's a, you know, I would call you a beautiful girl, except you're not supposed to do that now. I don't know, I think that's changed. Dusty Rhodes is the assistant general manager of the New York Stars. That's not a put-on either. Dusty has a background in sports, because I know Dusty from her days with the Boston Patriots. And Dusty is, I believe, a Boston gal, and now you're down, and there's so much work the Stars had to do in getting the stadium ready, getting the team ready, getting the uniforms ready, getting the equipment for the media ready. And Dusty, I'll tell you what I told Bob Keating on the show last night. You people have done an unbelievable job. This is a first-class thing, and you're working with a tough facility in Downing Stadium. But I congratulate you. This is quite an opening night.
It's super. It's just fantastic. Granted, someone just asked me, are you tired, Dusty? And I said, no, you're only tired when you're losing, and I'm absolutely exhilarated right now, and just hope that the second half is as rewarding as the first.
Dusty, what were the problems, the biggest problems in getting, for example, this stadium ready? New York has a problem in a lack of football stadiums, and of course the Giants have moved out of town, and the Jets can't get in the shade till about the 6th or 7th week of the season. The Stars needed a stadium, and the best they could find was Downing Stadium. Well, I was kidding Bob last night. I played a baseball game here a few years ago in school, and he said, well, you won't recognize the plays. And, you know, this is a really nice little stadium. I mean, obviously it isn't what you want for the future, but it's a really nice little stadium. How much work do you have to do to get this ready?
Well, Bob Keating has been working very long and very hard on putting this stadium together, and he's done a beautiful job with the cooperation of the city. And without them, of course, they've just made it all possible. We had some delays right in the beginning because I think a lot of people thought we wouldn't be here, and we're here.
Yeah, I think it surprised a few people. Also, of course, the league had to get the players from one source or another. They've all gotten the players. I think a lot of people around the nation wondered, well, are they going to be playing football? What's it all going to be about? The first week, I think, surprised everyone, and I think the WFL, which is going to have growing problems, but I think the first week kind of made them. 53,000 people at JFK Stadium in Philadelphia, which outdrew the Philly-Dodger game across the street at Veterans Stadium, which Veterans Stadium is the Taj Mahal compared to JFK Stadium. Veterans Stadium is lovely anyway. And then the great crowd that you people had down in Jacksonville, 59,000 to see the Stars and Jacksonville, and that really had to make the WFL.
It certainly did. It added. People believed then that there were people interested in the WFL. They came out to see us. They didn't come out to see us because there was an NFL strike. The NFL strike hadn't even started. I said to Babe Parilli on the way down on the plane, and when we got into the Gator Bowl, and he looked up and saw 60,000 people, we've come a long way since a little back room in Boston.
That's right. Stars have their offices now in Madison Avenue, very nice offices. There are people listening, Dusty, tonight, who didn't know much about the WFL, or now they believe it's going to happen, and they saw the network TV game last week, and they're going to see the one tomorrow night, whatever. Stars playing in Philadelphia next week is going to be a network TV game. It's going to be on late Thursday night in New York City, and this sounds like an obvious shill thing, but you know, this is a business, and you're here to sell tickets. Now, you have seats available tonight. Where do people get tickets? How do they get good seats for the Stars game? Are there good seats available for the Stars games and for the remaining 9 home games?
Well, I think if you were to look around here now, you would see that there are seats available, and though you see them in the end areas and down by, say, the 20, there are plenty of seats still around the 20 and 25, and these seats are available if you would go to the Ticketron outlets nearest you, or come to the Stars office, or if you just want some information, feel free to call us at 355-1213, and we'll be happy to avail ourselves to you.
So, one of the things that you see in the WFL press guide, the reasons for getting season tickets is because, in fact, this was mentioned on my program the other night, Dusty. Someone said, we have season tickets now to the Stars. And he said, I happen to know in a couple of years we're going to have those season tickets in Yankee Stadium. Then you look in the WFL press guide, and they have a list of the players who are coming into the WFL next year and the year afterwards. It's really an impressive list. I think the thing is that it can't be by those who want it for some reason to wish it away. The WFL really is here to stay, and this game in town is going to prosper, and it's going to prosper here in New York City too. Have any doubts at all that the New York football fans want another team?
New York football fans want a winning team, and I think if they were here tonight with us, they would see the most exciting football, and I can say that after 25 years of watching football, that this is a very exciting game. New York wants a winner. We have a winner here, and we want you here with us.
Now, I'm sure a lot of people listening want to find out about you. There are very few gals who... By the way, if you think we're crazy talking here during a football game, we're not. They're entertaining the fans at halftime with a rugby game. And if there's a rougher sport than football, it may be the sport they're watching now, rugby. And that's what's going on in the background. I'll tell you what, I'd be exhausted if I did play-by-play of rugby, because they don't stop for anything. Dusty, let's find out about you. There are very few women who have made it to higher echelon in sports. There are a lot of gals who are sports fans. And how did you do it? How do you chronicle, the success you've had in moving up in sports? Has sex been a problem in that people would say, well, a gal, we don't want a gal as, in this case, assistant general manager?
It hasn't been a tremendous problem because being a woman, have had to learn all the facets of the business, and naturally didn't hold any executive capacity until now, which, once again, the WFL has opened its doors to many people, 37 of our players out there, plus women. And I feel very fortunate that I was in the lower echelons for quite a while because I learned every facet of the business, which helped in organizing this team from the outset.
Now, Dusty, what's the future? You going to stick with football?
Till we win the World Bowl a couple times.
Okay, that could be this year. Do you know that? Especially where the Stars are playing. It's too bad we've had some mechanical problems tonight, but I understand that. Even though the mechanical problems seem overt here in the booth, that it hasn't worked out, that things are going well on radio. On behalf of WMCA, once again, it's a pleasure to be associated with you. Well, you're the prettiest assistant general manager I've ever seen. Thank you. That's Dusty Rhodes. And Matt Snell and I are really happy to be affiliated with the Stars. And boy, they can play every game like this. Going to be a pure pleasure. Halftime at Downing Stadium, the Stars leading by a score of 29-3, as they have absolutely done it all. They have just owned the first half against the Birmingham Americans. And we will be set for the second half kickoff and have some of Matt Snell's observations of the first half in just 60 seconds from right now.
If you like a beer with flavor, mention my name.
Mabel, another black label. Harley Black Label beer. America's lusty, lively beer. It's got taste that comes through, straight and true. Beer after beer after beer.
If you like a full-flavored brew, Carling Black Label is your kind of beer. Try one. Then you'll be saying, Mabel, another Black Label.
If you like a beer with flavor, mention my name.
Mabel, another black label. Calling Black Label beer.
This is WMCA, New York.
Downing Stadium, as the Stars have come out. Birmingham's yet to make their reappearance. The Stars lead at 29-3 after an opening field goal off a Stars fumble by Birmingham, a 35-yarder by Earl Sark. Then the rest of the half was completely controlled by the Stars, who marched up and down field. Birmingham didn't complete a pass. They didn't get a first down. The Stars had 16 first downs. And Matt, I know that you were talking here in the booth off, Mike, that you think the second half may be a little different, huh?
John, thanks very much, but I'd like to make one observation before I get into that. I know, as you said, Dusty, I knew her when she was up in Boston, and they never had assistant general manager like that when I played, and I've only been out of football 3 years. But one of the observations that I made was that I really believe you're going to see two different games. I think that the Stars came out, they were all hyped up for the New York fans for their debut. I think that they've been playing really above their head. One of the reporters pointed out to us that they had Birmingham as the class of the league. But I think Birmingham came up believing a lot of their press clippings. They look at the New York Stars roster and they feel that, well, you know, we shouldn't even be on the same field with these guys. But the Stars came out, they came to play. They haven't made any mistakes. Tom Sherman has called a beautiful game. Huff, I think, is having one of his greatest days. Ford has had a great day, and Atkins came in for Parson, and he's just been unbelievable. But I think that you're going to see a different second half. I think Birmingham went in, they got themselves together, and I think that you're going to see probably a real great potential quarterback in Matthew Reed from the Birmingham Americans. Matthew Reed is 6'4", 225 pounds out of Grambling. He reminds me a lot of Harris that played for Buffalo for so many years. I think the Stars have to play defense in the second half. I know Birmingham has to come out throwing, but what I hear, Matthew Reed has an arm like a slingshot. I don't think George Mira will probably start the second half, but they'll probably surprise me because I'm always wrong. But they have to play. They have to come out throwing. The score is 29-3. They've only got 30 minutes to get back in this game, and if the Stars run Birmingham off this field, and I think Birmingham is going to have a very long season. It's up to them. I know the coaches have talked to them. Now that Birmingham's back on the field, the Stars are back on the field, so I'm looking forward to a real great second half, and I think it's going to be just as wide open as the first half.
Okay, thank you, Matt. In doing the Morgan State games over the past few years, I've seen Reed play a couple of times, and he really has a gun for an arm. He has been very wild in the games that I've seen. He's completed some, but he's completed some to both teams. So we'll see if Reed comes in. Reed is the antithesis of Mira. Reed is about 6'4", about 225, from Grambling. And that's where Jimmy Harris went to school, too. He went to Grambling, too, before going to Buffalo and the Rams. So we're about set for the second half. The Stars will be kicking it off. The Stars kicking off defending the open end of the stadium, kicking to the closed end. Jimmy Edwards is one of the D-men, along with Steve Williams and Cecil Leonard. All right, Cecil Leonard, ex-teammate of Matt's. Leonard is on the near side. On the far side is Jimmy Edwards. All right, Rajecki says he's ready. Here's the boot beginning the second half, a high boot. Leonard will take it at his own 10. Leonard 15, Leonard 20, Leonard 25, Leonard 30, Leonard 40. Leonard hit at the 40 and dragged down at the 44-yard line. The stop was made by Jim Sims, a beautiful run back by Cecil Leonard up to the 45-yard line. Matt?
You know, it was good to see Cecil take that ball because we used to have some classic practices with him and a former teammate of mine, also George Mira. Cecil Leonard can really fly. When he popped that one, I thought he was going to take it all the way. But again, as I said, it's early in the season. A lot of them don't have their timing. They don't have their blocking down. And I think you're going to see a lot of wide open kickoff returns in the World Football League.
All right, the quarterback is Mira. Dennis Holman out to the right. The quarterback, Mira, in motion is Haraway. Here's the pitch to Robinson around the left side. Robinson hit and knocked down at the line of scrimmage. John Elliott was there on the stop. John Elliott caught Robinson. They're trying to free Robinson around the left side, and they haven't been able to do it yet. No gain on that play. Mira, the quarterback. Got Jenkins out left. He's got Holman out right. He has not completed a pass. Mira back to throw. Mira rolling right. Fires downfield. It is complete to Holman, knocked out of bounds as they cross the 45-yard line of the Stars, and the ball will be down about the 44. Number 26, the cornerback, Charlie Boston, in on the stop. Dennis Holman received it, and it is a first down for Birmingham. I believe that's their first down of the game. It is their first down. All right, so the ball is now in Star territory of the 44, first and 10. Holman in motion right. Jenkins out left. Mira the quarterback. Mira now the give straight ahead to Robinson. Robinson cracks down to the 40. No more. Gain of about 4. It'll be 2nd and 6 from there. Gary Champagne in on the tackle along with Lloyd Voss. And it really seems like Birmingham is running into the strength of the Stars defense, the defensive line. So the ball's on the 40. It'll bring up a second down, second and about 6 from the 40-yard line. Birmingham on the move. They're trailing the ball game 29-3. Just the beginning of the second half. Holman out left. Jenkins out right. In motion is Robinson. Now Mira, the draw play to Haraway. Hit at the line of scrimmage and knocked down. Hit at the line of scrimmage by Lloyd Voss. Good play by Lloyd Voss plugging up the hole.
Johnny, you made the observation. I don't understand what Birmingham's trying to do. As you said, the real strength of the Stars defense is in the front four, and I think that George Mira is making a tactical error. He should go to the air because those rookie linebackers in secondary haven't proved yet, they haven't had to, that they can cover these receivers, and George is just not even trying to test them.
All right, it's third down at about 5. Ball on the Stars 39. They've got to get to the 34. In motion is Holman. Back to pass Mira. Mira in the pocket, rolling right, firing out to the sideline, almost intercepted! Almost intercepted by Jimmy Sims, the strong side safety, and Sims would have been away. He'd have gone all the way. He'd gone 70 yards on that.
As you said, John, he had nothing but 70 yards of green grass in front of him, and he just couldn't quite hold on to it. I think, again, it's a little excitement because the ball was thrown right into his arms, and George, I don't know, George looked like he's totally confused by the way that the Stars are rolling the defensive secondary.
All right, punting formation now for the Americans. Bob Hermani is back on his own 10-yard line. Sark to do the punting. The snap is good. Here's the punt. A low punt. Hits at the 10, rolls down, and will be down at about the 5-yard line. It was down by Cecil Leonard at the 5. And so the Stars take over on their own 5-yard line. A 34-yard punt by Earl Sark. First and 10 at the 5-yard line for the Stars. The second time they've operated this deep. In the first half, they moved the ball out all the way downfield. I think they missed a field goal try. Stars lead 29-3, 12:05 left in the third quarter. John Sterling, Matt Snell. Sauer out wide left, Hermani out wide right. The give is to Glasgow. Glasgow cracks over the 5 up to about the 8-yard line. A gain of about 3. It'll be second and about 7. Matt, looking over some of those stats, Andy Huff gained 71 yards in the first half.
Well, he had a tremendous first half, and you said Huff had 12 carries for 71 yards. That's an average of 5.9 yards, 1 TD. Glasgow had 9 carries for 40 yards, 4.4. Sherman, 6 for 29. That was 4.8. Most of the running backs for the Stars are over 4 point, whereas that Ernie Robinson had a 1.3-yard average.
All right, on second down, Sherman, I formation. Sherman on a keeper straight ahead. Sherman gets to about the 10-yard line. There's a flag on the play. There's a second penalty of the game. There's a big flag going on the play. We wonder if it's a holding penalty on the Stars or not. Let's check it out and see. Let's see now. They unpile. It is against the Stars. And they haven't made a signal yet. It is holding against the Stars right there. And Birmingham, let's see if they accept the penalty. Offensive holding is 10 yards. Half the distance brings it back to the 5-yard line. So they'll repeat the down. And it will be second down. And from the original line of scrimmage. So it's second and 10 from the 5-yard line. As the Stars break the huddle, Jimmy Ford and Bob Glasgow are the running backs. Carmani is out wide right. Here is the give now to Ford. Ford barrels up past the 10 to about the 11-yard line. Ford cutting right, got a hole and barreled up past the 10 to about the 11-yard line. Jimmy Ford, who gained 24 yards in the first half. Sherman was 7 for 12 for 227 yards. But Tommy Sherman had some half. 3 passes to Aspison, 2 to Spinks, 1 to Sauer. That was a big one, a 25-yarder, set up the first touchdown, and 1 to Dave Richards. All right, so the ball is on the 10-yard line, maybe the 11. It is third down now. The give now to Ford. Ford hits the line of scrimmage, gets to about the 12, shy of a first down, and this should bring up a Stars punt.
You're right, John. The only thing I think is going to happen to Sherman here, which I can see at the start of the game, is he tends to get kind of conservative. He's ready to sit on a 29-3 lead. There's 10:30 left in the third quarter, and I think he needs to put some more points on the board because once you lose your old man momentum, it's hard to get back. And right at the first half they played, they had it all on their side, and if Sherman comes out and sits on this lead, I think the Stars could be in big trouble.
Injured player on the field, and so there's a momentary timeout. You know, you've probably noticed that a lot of men's hairsprays call themselves dries. Well, maybe you've also noticed that they're really not dry at all when you put them on. They're wet. What's more, they leave your hair stiff. Vitalis Dry 3 isn't like that. It's the only leading hairspray that goes on almost dry. It leaves your hair softer, less stiff. Vitalis Dry 3, the men's hairspray that lives up to its name. The New York Stars really entertaining the people who came out at Downing Stadium tonight. A crowd that we estimated about 18,000 on hand, about 5,000 short of capacity, which means that for the next Stars home game, which will be July 31st against Jacksonville at 8 o'clock, you ought to get your tickets. There are tickets available, and I dare say you couldn't interview more than a couple of people out of the stadium tonight that aren't enjoying the game. Also, Matt, it's turned into a great night. It's very breezy and very kind of cool breezes coming off the East River. Kind of nice out here.
It's really a pleasant night for football. I know that I was a little leery because it is July, and it tends to be awfully hot, but the Stars have going for them. They are playing at night, and it tends to get cool because, as you know, Randall's Island, of course, is surrounded by water, and it really makes for a pleasant thing. The only thing that I think is going to hinder is when the Stars start drawing a capacity crowd of the 21,000. You do tend to run into quite a traffic jam because there's only one way onto and off this island. I know that when the Stars move to Yankee Stadium, the fans really should come out and see this, and I think they're going to be pleasantly surprised by the brand of ball that the World Football League is playing. It's interesting, it's exciting, there's a lot of scoring. I think you will see that they tighten up their defense, and I think it'll be really an interesting year for the league.
Now, the injured player is Dick Trower, number 77, who is the defensive end, and Trower is going to come out of the ball game now. All right, the Stars now will punt it away. It's fourth down and about 2 from the 12. Dropping back in his own end zone is Robby Reynolds. This is Reynolds' first punt of the evening. All right, good snap. Reynolds hits it from his own goal line. It's a short kick to taken now by Jimmy Edwards. Edwards at the 40. Edwards running laterally at the 40-yard line. Turns the corner. 35, 30, 25. Edwards down the sideline. 10, 5. He's all the way. No, he went out of bounds. He went out of bounds up on the 17. Jimmy Edwards. And the punt was short. The coverage was not there, and the Stars got burned again, as they did in Jacksonville on the special teams.
I think that's where that rule comes in, that you have to be 5 yards away from the man when he catches the ball. Of course, there's no fair catches, and when you have to come down the field and then make sure that you break down 5 yards away, it tends to take away from going through and following and making the tackle. And the Stars tend to stand around, and by the time they got in pursuit, he was going off down the sideline. That 12th man helped him out the whole sideline that time.
38-yard punt, but a 33-yard return. Birmingham, 1st and 10 on the 17. Mira to pass off play action. Fires out here, and it is incomplete. Intended for Haraway on the far sideline. It hit Haraway in the chest and fell incomplete. Tommy Chandler covering. You know, Haraway is a much better pass receiver than that. He's mostly a blocker, and hit Haraway right in the numbers, and he dropped it.
Well, I think if you talk to the people down in the Redskins, you'll find out that Haraway's biggest asset to a team is blocking ability and, of course, the short yardage situations. I don't understand why George is continually trying to throw to Haraway. He don't catch the ball very well, and I'm sure with the newness of himself to George that it's a lack of timing. But I guess George will go to some of his other people pretty soon.
2nd and 10, ball on the 17. Mira to pass in the pocket. Mira being rushed, flips it out here, and it is incomplete. Off the hands of Paul Robinson. Robinson being covered by the linebacker on that side, number 58, Gary Champagne. And the ball again went incomplete. Ball's on the 17, 3rd and 10. Their wide receivers are Al Jenkins, number 80, and Dennis Holman. It's a pretty good wide receiver. They have barely gone to those wide receivers. Haraway and Robinson are the setbacks. Holman and Jenkins are the wide receivers. The tight end is Ted Powell. All right, Holman out to the left. Now Jenkins out right. 3rd and 10, 17. Mira to throw. Mira getting the rush. Flipping it out on the screen to Robinson. Into the 20 and knocked down. A 3-yard loss. The Stars covered that screen. Number 59, Dana Carpenter, along with Art Reynolds, made the stop. And Champagne was also there. Linebackers got on the floor of that screen. And now the Americans are back on the 20. They've lost 3 yards. And they really can't go for the field goal, Matt.
You brought this up before. It's an awful long field goal for me, and the thing about it, if it goes into the end zone, it's brought back to the point of where you missed it from. Again, those linebackers are rookies, and they can't play pass defense, but they sure can read a screen and come up with support on the run.
All right, here's a big 4th down. Mira rolling out right, looking to throw. Rolling, looking. Firing downfield. It's complete now to Cantrelle. He goes to the goal line and over for the touchdown. That was Ted Powell. That was number 82, Ted Powell, not Cantrelle. And Powell slipped into a dead spot, caught the ball at the 5, and knifed over. So Birmingham on 4th down gets a big boost, gets 7, and trails in the ball game 29-10.
You know, speaking of Ted Powell, I was talking to some of the Jet Scouts about him. He's out of Ohio State. He's 6'2", 220 pounds. Got blazing speed, and again, is another typical player that the NFL overlooked. But this Ted Powell is some type of receiver. If he goes to him more, I think you'll see this game get to be a close contest.
All right, the action point. Mira, play action, rolling left, throwing in the end zone, incomplete. Off the fingertips of Powell, and the ball went awry. So as they come up the field, there's a timeout with the score. The Stars 29, Birmingham 10, and we'll have more Stars football in just 60 seconds.
Beginning with the 1975 models, every car sold in America will have to run on only one kind of gasoline, no lead. But there's a real need for this gasoline right now. Because ever since 1971, auto manufacturers have been designing cars that can run on no lead gasoline. So Getty, the company famous for selling one grade of gasoline, is now selling 2. Getty Premium, and introducing Getty No Lead. Because Getty No Lead is just that, a no lead gasoline, if you own a 71 or newer car and you use Getty No Lead, you shouldn't need as many tune-ups, which means Getty No Lead gives you more miles for your money from your ignition system, more miles for your money from your spark plugs, more miles for your money from your emission control system. Getty No Lead. You'll have to use it in the future, but you'll use it now if you're smart.
John Sterling, Matt Snell. The Stars' lead has been knocked down out of 29-10. 9 minutes remaining in the third quarter at Downing Stadium. Earl Sark to boot it off in the 30. The kick is a pretty good kick. Down about the 13-yard line. Picked up there. Now they take the reverse. They give it to Hermani on the reverse. Hermani at the 30. Run out of bounds at the 33. Razzle dazzle on the kickoff return. They reverse it to Hermani. Run out of bounds at the 33.
That's really fancy. It either can go for a touchdown or it can backfire on you. The man that caught the ball started upfield, handed off to another man who pitched to one of the other players going wide. That's really fancy and it makes for a lot of excitement. But I know myself, if I had a 29-10 lead, I'd hate to be messing around with a fancy play like that.
All right, the Stars now know they can't sit on that lead. They lead 29-10, but they've got to move the ball some more. Sauer and Hermani, the wide receivers. Sauer left, Hermani right. Juice backfield behind Sherman. Ball on the 33. Here is the give to Ford across the 35 to the 36, 37-yard line. Stopped by the middle of the Birmingham defense. Jimmy Ford cracking up to the 37, a gain of about 4. It'll be 2nd and 6 from the 33-yard line. Stop was made by Tiny Andrews. Now, Tiny has taken the place of Dick Chower at defensive left end for Birmingham. Chower left the field, you may recall, a few minutes ago with what looked like a rib injury. All right, here come the Stars line of scrimmage. 37-yard line, 2nd and 6. Sherman, as they run out of the eye, now they switch back to the eye. Here is the give to Ford. Ford off the right side. Ford running well. Ford to the 40, 35. Ford down 30. Ford 25, 20. Ford is running out of bounds inside the 20-yard line, or inside the 30-yard line, across the way, down to about the 27-yard line. Ford burst off the right side, cut to the outside, went down the far sideline, run out of bounds at the 27, a 40-yard run by Jimmy Ford.
That was really great running by Ford. He just refused to go down. It was a simple power play, and he broke 2 tackles. And when he got to the secondary, John, he really has good speed. The secondary caught up with him because they had the angle on him, but he could have taken that one all the way very easily.
Stars on the move again. The ball's on the 27 of Birmingham, 1st and 10. Now, in motion is Glasgow to the left. The give now is to Ford, and Ford is decked, and there's a flag on the play. But Ford is really decked. That fooled no one at all. The fake pitch outside to Glasgow, and they gave it back to Ford, and Ford was really decked. Penalty right there. Now we'll wait and see what the penalty's all about. 7:47 left in the third quarter. Stars lead 29-10. They're deciding now what the penalty's going to be. But, Matt, I'd say it looks like it's on the Stars. Stars have retreated in their huddle all the way back to the 45-yard line. Illegal procedure, it is declined by Birmingham. The Stars have 19 first downs, and Birmingham has but 2. Stars lead at 29-10. So it is 2nd down and 10 from the 27. Spinks is out wide right. Sauer out wide left. Glasgow and Ford. And now Sherman starts to call the signals. In motion is Glasgow. Now Sherman rolls right. Sherman looks to throw. Sherman flips it out for Spinks. It is incomplete. I think maybe Cecil Leonard caught that ball, but he was out of bounds with it, and I think it's going to be 3rd down as they nullify. If you're saying why we're qualifying it, as far across the field, it's very tough to see there, frankly. So it brings up 3rd and 10. Now, Glasgow goes out, and the backfield is Huff and Ford. This is the 2nd string backfield to begin with, but they're looking like the 1st string backfield, frankly. 3rd and 10. Matt, what are they going to call?
Well, like you said, it's 3rd and 10, so you got to get the first down. So I would say that he would probably go to Sauer in a situation like this.
All right, 3rd and 10 from the 27. Juice backfield behind Sherman. Sauer is out wide left. Spinks out wide right. All right, now the Stars in motion. No question about it. On the play, the ball goes to Huff, but the play was whistled dead before that. Someone raised. Now, if you're running back, you can be in motion, but you have to be outside the tight end. And he wasn't outside the tight end. That's got to be a 5-yard penalty.
Well, I don't know if that was exactly what the cause was. I think the tight end raised up also, and although you have some new innovations in the world of football league, I don't think you can have 2 people in motion. And you had Glasgow in motion, you had the tight end in motion, and as you said, it's now fourth down. The penalty was declined by Birmingham. The Stars really can't afford to go for a field goal here because it would be a kick of approximately 47 yards. And the thing about trying a field goal in a situation like this, if you miss it, it will come back to where the line of scrimmage was. It's no longer bringing it out to the 20. All right, ball on the 25. They're going to go for it. Ball is going to be marked 32. A 42-yard field goal by Rajecki. A 42-yard field goal try. Now, Rajecki has nailed 2 tonight. Rajecki has 2 field goals tonight. And he's going to try now his longest of the night, a 42-yarder. If they miss, the ball will come to the 25. All right, now out of a Sherman hole. Ball is down. Kick is up. Kick is long enough. It is. It is. Is it off to the left? It is. It's off to the left. And so Rajecki's field goal is just wide left. There's a timeout on the field with a score. The New York Stars 29, Birmingham 10. More Stars football in just 60 seconds.
Feeling just fine, cause you're comfortable flying TWA. Getting dozy, flying cozy, the most relaxing way.
People who fly a lot on business say TWA has the most comfortable planes. They're comfortable because you're never more than 1 seat from an aisle in 1011 coach. They're comfortable because the TWA twin seat lets you fold down the middle if nobody's there and sit 2 across instead of 3. And they're comfortable because our 747s have specially contoured seats you can sit in for hours without getting fidgety. A comfortable flight is really what TWA Ambassador Service is all about.
Second down now, 5-yard completion by Mira to the reserve tight end Bishop. Here's the give to Haraway, left side hit behind the line of scrimmage and knocked down. In was the cornerback Charlie Boston, but making the initial hit on the play was number 58, and that's the linebacker Gary Champagne. And he's another rookie. Gary Champagne is from LSU. And he has played a very good ball game tonight. The first down play while we were away for the commercial was a 5-yard completion to Bishop. The second play, no gain with Haraway. They're at the 30. It's third down now. Third and about 4 from just over the 30-yard line. It is a long 4. And again, Birmingham needs it as they're trying to get back in the ball game, trailing 29-10. Just over 6 minutes remaining, third quarter. In motion, Cantrelle. Back to pass now, Mira. Firing, and it's incomplete. Holman went out. The pass went inside, and it fell incomplete. Boston covering on the play. He had Holman well covered.
I think there was a mix-up there between George Mira and his receiver. As you said, the receiver broke out. George threw the ball inside. I think what George was thinking that seeing as how he was so well covered that he would hook inside and just find an open spot. But again, having had no preseason and having worked together only about 3 weeks, there's going to be a lot of mistakes like this. But I think that as the season wears on, you'll see a lot better time between the quarterback and the receiver.
All right, just under 6 remaining in the quarter. Earl Sark will punt it away. Standing on his own 15. Hermani in single safety. The punt is almost blocked. It is blocked. Picked up by the Stars inside the 20 at the 15. And the ball is going to be wrestled down there at the 15-yard line. So the Stars had 3 men blocking that punt. We'll try to find out which one was able to lay his hands on the leather. Ernie Richardson, Matt Mill has that smelled out beautifully. And the ball's on the 15. They had 3 men around the ball.
Yeah, you could tell they were going for it. They had everyone up on the line of scrimmage, and of course, when you bring everyone from the defensive team up to the line and you go for the block, it either works well and you get a block punt such as that, which gives them great field position, or else they get the punt away and you have no return. But again, Richardson came through. He blocked the ball, not only that, but he recovered it.
All right, Spinks goes out wide right. Sauer out wide left. Sherman the quarterback. Sherman back to pass in the pocket. Sherman looks. In the end zone, Spinks is open. It is it's incomplete. Off Spinks' hand, over the end line out of bounds. He gave a pump fake to Spinks. Freed Spinks, who crossed over the middle. And Matt, we knew he was open right here from our vantage point, and Spinks just couldn't hang on.
You know, I'm constantly amazed. You can see the jet offense completely. That was what is known as an out and up. George Sauer runs that pattern all the time. He goes down about 15 yards, fakes an out, gets the defensive back committed, and break right back to the post. And it's really such a fantastic pattern. And the defensive backs, and Cecil Leonard has seen it for 100 years, and he still can't cover it.
Well, we saw Spinks go up, and everyone oohed in the booth. All right, here is the fake by Sherman. Pitching now deep downfield. It is just at the 3-yard line. Dropped by Askin down to the 3-yard line. And so it comes third down. The Sherman's got to be wondering now, how else do I throw the ball? As he has thrown 2 pretty good passes here. Third down from the 15-yard line. It's just outside the 15, between the 16 and 15-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 10. About 5:37 left in the quarter. All right, now out wide right is Spinks. Wide left is Sauer. Sherman drops straight back. Sherman to throw on third. Firing outside. It's incomplete. It's intercepted. Here comes Birmingham upfield. Birmingham midfield will try to figure that out, who that was. It looked like the safety. It looked like the safety on the left side. It may have been Larry Willingham who intercepted that ball, and he was almost away. So Birmingham gets the big interception and will have the ball at midfield. I believe that was Willingham.
Well, I know Sherman won that one back time he let it go because the safety was standing out there just waiting for it. And but one thing about Sherman, he went and made the tackle. He threw the ball a long ways across field, and the safety was, as I said, was just standing there, and he's lucky that one didn't go all the way for the score.
So the interception at midfield, Birmingham now has a big turnover with 5:28. Stars almost had a touchdown on the board. Now they cough the ball up. Midfield, Mira. The give now. Robinson nowhere at all. Headed midfield and down. And I mean, he was really down. The tackle again by Lloyd Voss. And once again, the mystery continues why Mira is running into the middle of the Stars line. The Stars defensive line, Jerry Philbin, Lloyd Voss, John Elliott, Larry Estes. That's a very good, experienced defensive line. 2nd down and 10 now. Jenkins out wide left. Out the wide to the right is Dennis Holman. Myra's the quarterback. All right, George in the pocket. George rolling out right. Looking, firing downfield. It's going to be caught by Holman, but out of bounds. Holman caught it right in front of us on the near sideline, out of bounds. He is being played by Jim Sims along with Steve Dennis, the 2 safeties. The cornerback obviously had the short zone there, and the safeties had deep responsibility.
Well, again, George, as I said, he's short, he can't see, so he flooded the right side, and he rolled to the right side. He put a lot of pressure on Richardson, the weak linebacker, and not having had a lot of experience. Richardson didn't know whether to come up or go back. You know, Charlie Boston was laying back, but he was beat, but he was lucky the sideline helped him out, and the ball was thrown out of bounds.
All right, 3rd and 10. Mira quarterback has had a dreadful night. Mira in the pocket. Mira rolls right now. Fires downfield. It's complete to Jenkins. Jenkins hit at the 35 by Boston. Drags backwards. But the ball will be good for a first down to the 33-yard line of the Stars right in front of us. Al Jenkins making the reception. Jenkins 5'11", 160 from Morris Brown. And it will be a 1st and 10 from the 33-yard line of the Stars for Birmingham. So Mira rolled out right. At the line of scrimmage, he let it go, and he found an open man, Al Jenkins. I believe Mira is now 2 for 11, 2 for 12. That's the 3rd Birmingham first down. All right, 1st and 10 now for the Americans. Mira, play action, looking to pass. Looking. He rolls it out here for safety valve to number 84, Bishop, and Bishop gets down to the 30-yard line, a 3-yard advance. That's the reserve tight end, Jim Bishop. Kind of a safety valve out there. Mira had nowhere else to go.
You're right. George is finally starting to open up a little bit. He's trying to flood zones and roll in the same direction and put a lot of pressure on those rookie linebackers. You got Honey Richardson, linebacker, 6'5", 220 out of Jackson State. He's a rookie, and George is trying to take advantage of him. I think you'll see George constantly roll to one side or the other and fire the ball.
Mira now 5 for 16. Ball on the 32nd and 7. 3:20 left in the 3rd quarter. Mira to pass. Mira in the pocket. Mira fires it out right side. It is complete to one of his outside receivers is Dennis Holman, and he's run out of bounds across the way on the far sideline down to the 10-yard line. Tom Chandler was downfield helping to run Holman out of bounds. The ball is now inside the 10 of the 9, and Chandler made the play as he got downfield. Chandler got here. Here's another rookie, Mount.
George has finally done the smart thing. He's isolating the backs and the wings on these linebackers, making them try to cover one-on-one, and they just are not able to do it.
This is WMCA, New York.
First down, first and 10, first and goal inside the 10, just inside the 10. Mira play action looking to throw. Mira fires out here. It is complete to Cantrelle. It's knocked out of bounds the minute he caught it. Knocked out of bounds by Steve Dennis, the free safety from Grambling, who's also a rookie. This is WMCA New York, where you'll hear Barry Gray right after tonight's game. The ball is set at the 7-yard line. A gain of 2 is second and goal from the 7. Now Larry Estes goes out of the ball game at defensive end, and the rookie Steve Setzler comes in from St. John's of Minnesota. Homing out to the left side, Jenkins right. Mira to throw, looking for Jenkins off his fingertips in the end zone, incomplete. Boy, he really drilled the ball to Jenkins. Of course, Mira throws the ball pretty hard, and Jenkins couldn't hold it. He drilled it right into his pads.
I think you're right. You know, George really cut that one a loose on it. It was a simple 2-yard post pattern, just trying to hit him on the break and letting his momentum carry him into the end zone. But George threw it too hard, and I'm not so sure that he didn't hear that defensive back coming through, because you know the moment that you catch the ball, you're going to be decked.
All right, it's third and goal from the 7. Jenkins out wide right, homing out wide left. The back's reset now behind Mira. Here's Mira rolling left, firing, and it is almost picked off, incomplete. Number 45, Jim Sims, had his hands on it as a penalty flag on the play. He's a strong side safety. And boy, again, it looked like Sims had a lot of acreage in front of him.
Yeah, George made the same mistake that Tom Sherman made a few minutes ago. He was getting a good rush from the front for the Stars, and he just threw the ball, not looking to see who was standing there. And just said Jim Sims almost had about a 90-yard touchdown. But I think that the Stars, it's great to have that front four up there with a lot of experience, but I think that they're having to play an awful lot in the second half, and it is awful hot, even though I said before it was cool. It's still hot out here, and the humidity's here. And I think that Jerry Philbin, Voss, Elliott, and I think they're starting to tire a little bit, and they need someone to spell them.
There's a 5-yard offside penalty against the Stars in that play, which will bring up third down again. Third down this time from about the 2-yard line. Play was run from about the 7.5, taken down to about the 2.5. So it brings up third down. Now they've set the ball at the 4-yard line. It's half the distance. They set it at the 4 on the offside penalty. So it's third down and about 4 to go. Third and goal from the 4 with 1:57 remaining third quarter. Art Cantrelle is now in at running back, along with Carl Bartles. Mira the quarterback. Mira to throw in the end zone for Jenkins, and it's touchdown. Al Jenkins made a good little move, cut outside, and beat the quarterback on that side, Wendell Wilson, and all of a sudden Birmingham, just like Matt Snell predicted back in this ball game, it is 29-17 with the action point coming up.
Well, that's a difficult call on the officials' part. They're on the 4-yard line. The official, the offensive player drives the defensive man into the end zone, and then it's difficult on the official. Did he push off or not? But he was wide open when they made contact.
Action point. The throw to Jenkins. Yes. Beautifully complete. Mira to Jenkins, the same play. Drove his man back, cut outside. A little down and out time maneuver, and Mira led him perfectly, and it's now 29-18. 1:54 remaining in the third quarter. Hope you're enjoying an action-filled ball game. 29-18. The Stars, who once led 29-3. Well, you know that we're going to be broadcasting these Star games from Downing Stadium throughout the summer and fall. But we really hope you get a chance to come out and see them. Tom Sherman at quarterback, throwing to George Sauer and Al Young, who's injured tonight. The defensive front four led by your old favorites like John Elliott and Jerry Philbin. Get your Stars tickets. The next home game is the 31st of July, Stars in Jacksonville, here at Downing Stadium, beginning at 8 o'clock. All right, Earl Sark will tee it up at the 30. Sark approaches the ball now. Ball fell off the tee. They'll do it again. That's a march by Birmingham. 10 plays, 51 yards off the interception. Single safety. It looks now like Jim Ford is back there in single safety. All right, Sark approaches the ball. Good boot by Sark. 15-yard line, Ford, 20-yard line, far sideline, over the 30, 35 head, and knocked down at the 35-yard line. Ford, pretty good run back, a 20-yard run back from the 15 to the 35. And now, Matt, and this has happened in so many football games you've played in, do the Stars regain the momentum? They've got to start putting the ball up. They've got to start taking some chances. They can't sit on this lead.
With a minute and 44 seconds left in the third quarter, I think Tom Sherman has to come out. He has to complete a big pass, or they need a big run or something to get the momentum back on the side. This is typically what happens when you run away with the first half of a game.
All right, first play of the game is to Andy Huff up the middle for about 3 yards to the 38, 39-yard line. Straight plunge up the middle. Good interior blocking by Bob Kuzil and Larry Butler and Dick Hart at left guard. And they move the ball out about 3 yards to the 38. Tackle was made by Clarence Washington, the defensive tackle. Washington plays the left side. All right, second down now, second and about 7. Sherman, here's the pitch out now to Glasgow. Glasgow is hit and decked at about the 38, 39-yard line. They were not able to turn the corner. Glasgow was really decked. Warren Capone and Dickie Lane, the free safety. Capone, the middle linebacker. Dickie Lane, the free safety, came up and made the tackle. So the ball stays at the 39. It's 3rd and 7 from the 39, and this is what Matt was talking about. They need a big play. Now, Bert Askin, the better pass catcher, goes in at tight end, replacing Ray Parson. Spinks is out wide right, Sauer out wide left. They have not gone to George, as they've doubled up on George tonight. Gladjo and Huff are the running backs. All right, Sherman on 3rd. Here's a draw play to Huff. He's hit and falls forward to about the 42-43. Not enough for a first down. Once again, Birmingham holds. Once again, the Stars will have to punt it away. Clarence Washington in on the stop. And this ball game has really turned, Matt, very much the way you said it might turn.
Well, again, as I said, I hate to be redundant, but Tom seemed to forgot what got him those 29 points in the first half. He became ultra-conservative. He was willing to sit on the ball and run the clock out, and the clock did just run out. It's going to be beginning the fourth quarter pretty soon, and Tom is going to have a long fourth quarter if he doesn't open up and start throwing the ball and start going to George and running those wide-open plays and stop being conservative.
That's the end of the third quarter with the score. The Stars 29, Birmingham 18. More Stars football in just 60 seconds.
If you like a beer with flavor, mention my name.
Mabel, another black label. Carling Black Label beer. America's lusty, lively beer. It's got taste that comes through, straight and true. Beer after beer after beer.
If you like a beer with flavor, mention my name.
Another black label, calling Black Label beer.
All right, here's the punt. As we begin the fourth quarter, a deep punt taken by Steve Williams. Williams running at his own 20 is hit and knocked down at the 19. Steve Williams got nowhere at all in that punt return. A beautiful punt by Robby Reynolds, just his second of the night. And the ball will be placed on the 20. So Birmingham now, Matt, 29-18, trailing by 11. Andy Huff made the tackle. A good open field tackle by Huff. And Birmingham has the ball, 1st and 10, on their own 20-yard line. See what Mr. Mira can come up with here. Jenkins now is split out wide to the left. Slot back is Holman. Here's the pitch to Robinson coming wide, 20. Robinson dancing to the 25, hit and knocked down to the 25. The good tackle by number 29, Wendell Wilson, the quarterback. A good open field tackle by Wilson. Cantrelle is now in at running back, along with Carl Bartles. A gain of 5. It'll be 2nd and 5 from the 25-yard line. Birmingham's come a long way back. They were down 29-3, now 29-18. In motion is Holman, to the right. Mira, the quarterback, rolling right to Holman's side, looking for Holman, firing downfield. It's incomplete. Holman was covered by 3 men in the middle of that zone. Wendell Wilson knocked down the ball. Boston also was over there as they rolled Holman out to that side and tried to throw to him. Mira rolled with him.
Well, again, George feels that the third quarter he was very successful, flooding one side and also rolling that direction. And he come out in the fourth quarter doing the same thing. I think that Birmingham believes now that they finally got themselves together, and the score is now 29-18. They got 14, a little over 14 minutes left to go. They feel they can win the game, and they're playing like it.
All right, third down, Mira to throw, pitching it out to one of his backs, Bartles. Bartles has the ball, 30, 35. He's run out of bounds at the 40. A Birmingham first down. Jimmy Sims ran him out. Now, again, the back coming out of the backfield, Carl Bartles. The receivers were covered. Just a little safety valve flip, and Bartles ran it for the first down.
George is taking advantage of those rookie linebackers again. On that side, you have Champagne and Richardson, and George is making them cover that time. They rolled that way, and Richardson came up to support, and the back was out there in the flat all by himself.
Jenkins wide right. Holman wide left. All right, here's Mira rolling left. Being rushed by Elliott. Throws it away. He threw it away. Holman was in the vicinity. Mira saw Elliott coming toward him and Philbin coming toward him and just threw the ball away very smartly, saving a loss. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 41-yard line. The running backs now are Carl Bartles, number 33, who is a rookie from Lenore Ryan. He's 6'1", 212. And Art Cantrelle, a rookie from LSU. He's 6 feet and 203. Actually, Cantrelle played in Canada last year with Jack Cotta up in Ottawa with the Ottawa Rough Riders. So it brings up now 2nd and 10 from the 41. Out to the right is Dennis Holman. Out left is Jenkins. They line up in the I. Now they shift out of the I. A slot back on the double wing. In the slot is Cantrelle. Mira, play action. Mira to throw. Deep over the middle. It is complete to Cantrelle. Cantrelle down to the 33-yard line of the Stars. Mira finding Cantrelle wide open in the middle. Cantrelle came out of that slot on the left side. And Birmingham is really on the move down to the 33-yard line of the Stars.
Again, Cantrelle came out of the backfield. They set him in a simple double wing, and the rookie linebacker is still unlearning to keep down there, man. You play your own first, and they're still trying to do a lot of things, helping a lot of people. And when it's not necessary, the front four is playing for the Stars, playing very well. So these linebackers have to stay at home and do their own job.
They set the ball to 32. 1st and 10 on the Stars 32. Birmingham driving. Mira, the quarterback. Mira on the give to Bartles on the jaw. Gets nowhere at all. Down to maybe the 30-yard line. Staying at home there was Art Reynolds, who made the tackle on the jaw, which could have gone for a lot of yards. It's about a 2-yard advance. It'll bring up a 2nd and about 8 from the 30-yard line of the Stars. Birmingham very, very much in this ball game. They trail 29-3. It's now 29-18. 12:43 remaining in the ball game. All right, Jenkins out left. Holman is out right. They line up in the I. They shift out of the I. Juice backfield behind Mira on 2nd and 8. Mira to throw. Looking out of the backfield. Fires downfield. It is incomplete. Out of Jenkins' hand. Pass interference on Wendell Wilson at the 2-yard line. Jenkins had him beat. Mira dodging to the line of scrimmage. Fired down to the 2-yard line. Out of Jenkins' hands, but they ruled pass interference against Wendell Wilson.
But Jenkins almost had to interfere with him. Stars got caught in an all-out blitz, trying to put a lot of pressure on Mira. But again, having the ability to move around, he went back into the pocket, and as the flow came in, he stepped up forward and he fired the ball. And Williams was all alone on the man. It was either a touchdown or take a chance on not getting the penalty call.
Well, they did call a penalty. 1st and goal, Birmingham on the 2. And now there's going to be a timeout called. There's timeout on the field. Birmingham trailing in the ball game by a score of 29-18, but they've got 1st and goal from the 2. You've probably noticed that a lot of men's hairsprays call themselves dry. Well, maybe you've also noticed that they're really not dry when you put them on. They're wet. What's more, they leave your hair stiff. Vitalis Dry 3 isn't like that. It's the only leading hairspray that goes on almost dry. It leaves your hair softer, less stiff. Vitalis Dry 3, the men's hairspray that lives up to its name. John Sterling, Matt Snell at Downing Stadium, and this is quite an inaugural ball game at home for the Stars, Matt, because They had a 29-3 lead. It's 29-18, and it's going to be a very close game if Birmingham gets 2 more yards.
Well, if Birmingham scores this touchdown, as you said, they'll be right back in the game. The New York Stars had a tremendous first half, and they went inside and they came out the second half not doing the things that were successful from the first half. They got conservative. They started to run the ball into the middle and not put it in the air. And as you said, Birmingham got a couple of breaks, and they're right back in this game. And with the action point and the touchdown count for 7, if they get a score now, it would really, really be a close contest. And I think that with 2 more touchdowns, they could even be ahead. So the Stars have to stop them here, and they have to get some offense going.
You know, if they tie this ball game up, we're going to have overtime here at Downing Stadium. There is an extra period in WFL football. All right, Birmingham will have it 1st and goal from the 2. They have double tight ends in there. They line up power eye right. Mira, the quarterback, power eye right. Mira now, here is the give to the goal line. I believe that's Bartles. He did not get over. He carried down about the 1 or the 2. He did not get over. And they'll do it all over again, 2nd down. It's impossible to tell where the ball is, but the ball is at the 2-yard line. The stop was made by Tom Chandler. They're going to the closed end of the stadium, far away from us, and the ball is marked at the 3-yard line. They may have lost a half yard, you know that? All right, 2nd and goal, now from the 3, a power eye right formation. Power eye, wing back right. The give now to Haraway. Haraway is stopped. Haraway is stopped. Charlie Haraway was hit. Second effort, tried to move, and was decked at about the 2-yard line. So far, so good.
Well, I think George is setting up something in this power eye. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go power eye again and faked into the line and just hit one of those backs on there because, let's face it, with a power eye to one side, the linebacker on that side has to be down and coming, and if the safety don't stay at home and do his job, they're going to be back out in the flat wide open.
Power eye right. 3rd and goal from the 3. Power eye right. Mira rolling. Mira gets into the end zone for the touchdown, but there's a penalty flag. Now hold everything. Now Mira got in. There is a penalty, and we've had the officials raise their hands. It is a touchdown, and the penalty may be on the Stars. Offside, Stars, decline, touchdown Birmingham. So Mira rolled it in. Off the power eye right formation. He had 3 blocking blocks ahead of him. It is now 29-25. The action point could be 29-26. It'd be a field goal away from tying. 80-yard drive in 11 plays. Boy, what a turnaround this ball game has been. The Stars led at the end of the half 29-3. It's now 29-25. This is a big action point. Mira looking. Mira throwing his blocked and knocked down. Big number 78. Number 78, Larry Estes got his hands up and knocked it down. There's a timeout on the field with the score. The Stars 29, Birmingham 25. More Stars football in 60 seconds.
Feeling just fine, cause you're comfortable flying. TWA. Getting dozy, flying cozy, the most relaxing way.
People who fly a lot on business say TWA has the most comfortable planes. They're comfortable because you're never more than 1 seat from an aisle in 1011 coach. They're comfortable because the TWA twin seat lets you fold down the middle if nobody's there and sit 2 across instead of 3. And they're comfortable because our 747s have specially contoured seats you can sit in for hours without getting fidgety. A comfortable flight is really what TWA Ambassador Service is all about.
John Sterling, Matt Snell, 11:03 left at Downing Stadium. The Stars holding on to a precarious 29-25 lead over Birmingham. The Americans will kick it off. Jimmy Ford in single safety, standing on his own 12-yard line. Earl Sark ready to approach the ball. In the WFL, they boot it off from the 30. Sark tells his teammates he's ready. He approaches the ball. He boots it. It's a high boot. Soaring downfield, not too deep. 420, 425, 30, 435, hit and knocked down to the 40-yard line. A good run back by Jimmy Ford. Ford may have lost it, but the Stars have recovered anyway. They have the ball set at the 40. Matt, you had Larry Butler recovering that ball as it popped free on the ground.
Well, yeah, he did lose the ball, but again, Larry Butler was there, recovered it. Now, if the Stars had lost that ball, I think Birmingham would have went in for a score, and they might have put this game away. But the Stars got a break. Now, if they can go in for this score, they can get the momentum back on their side, and maybe can pull this game out.
Stars lead by 4. Back to pass Sherman on first down. Sherman now rolling right. Looking, firing on the sideline. It's incomplete. Intended down there for the running back, Bob Glaggio, up on midfield. And it was incomplete. 10:45 remaining in the ball game. Now the tight end, Ray Parson, is back in. Askin has played most of the game at tight end. And now Askin goes in and Parson goes out. Second down and 10. The ball's on the 40-yard line of the Stars with 10:45 left. Sauer is wide left. Spinks is wide right. All right, Sherman now on the give to Glaggio, cutting left. 40-yard line. Glaggio across the 45 and barreling up to the 47-yard line. A good run by Glaggio. The Stars have got to get something going, Matt.
Well, Glaggio, again, as you said, he ran. It was a power sweep to the left, and Glaggio's keeping his head up now. And with a good second effort, he really he picked up those 8 yards on his own. But again, the Stars, I don't think they can afford to run the ball now. There's still 10-19 left. They're only leading 29-25. They need a score.
They also need 3 yards. It's third down, about 3. They've got to get to about midfield. Ball's on the 47. All right, Glaggio is one running back. The other is Andy Huff. Spinks is out wide right. Sauer in tight on the left side. Here is the give now to Huff. He gets near midfield, not quite. And it will bring up a fourth down and about a half a yard shy. Going to be very close. They unpile at midfield. See where they set the ball down. They set it down shy of midfield. It's fourth and very short, and they're going to kick it away. And I think that's a good move by Parilli.
It's a good move, but as I said before, you got Elliott, Philbin, Este, and all of them up front. They've played an awful lot this second half. It is humid out here, and I think it's starting to tell. What the Stars need to do is to mount a sustained drive to give their defense a chance to rest, because the guys got the experience, but they also have that age on them, and this heat takes its toll this time of year.
All right, Steve Williams and Al Jenkins are deep, standing on their own 15. Reynolds needs a good punt. And he gets a good punt, a beauty, all the way downfield, going out of bounds, no, staying inbounds, and it'll be covered by the Stars down on the 12-yard line. That was a great boot by Robby Reynolds as he punted the ball down near the sideline, and it'll be first and 10 for Birmingham, but back on their own 12-yard line.
Again, it depends on how long the defense going to stay on the field, because, as I said, the guys are tired. They've played a lot in the second half. If they can get Birmingham to run 3 plays and boot it away, and then the Stars can sustain a drive, I think the Stars then can go on to win this game. But right now, if they have to sustain a long drive on Birmingham's part, it's going to really take its toll.
All right, Mara, the quarterback. Bartles, one of the running backs, along with Cantrelle. They give to Bartles up the middle. Bartles with running room across the 13 up to about the 15-yard line, then thrown back. But let's give his forward progress up to about the 15. In fact, they're going to place the ball at the 16-yard line. A gain of 4. It'll be second and 6. Interesting to note, Matt, that here in the fourth quarter, Birmingham trying to win, going with the 2 inexperienced running backs, Cantrelle and Bartles, with Haraway and Paul Robinson on the bench. Holman is out right. Jenkins out left. They line up in the I now. They shift out of the I. Bartles and Cantrelle, the running backs. All right, now here is the give to Cantrelle going wide right. He has running room across the 25 and up to about the, across the 20, up to about the 23. It should be enough for a first down. The stop was by Jim Sims, the strong side safety for the Stars. That's going to be a first down. The ball is about on the 23-24, and I believe the Stars want timeout. Now let's see. I may just be signaling a first down. So it is a first down. Ball's on the near the 24-yard line. We got 7:53 left in the ball game, but the Stars only lead by 4, 29-25. Mira, the quarterback, 1st and 10. Mira, here's the give to Bortles straight ahead over the 25, stopped at about the 26-yard line. A gain of about 3. It'll be 2nd and 7 from the 26. And Mira is taking his time with his drive, man.
Well, George has time on his side. His team has played real well the second half, and again, he's trying to keep that defense on the field and wear them down, figuring that the worst thing happening is take this game into overtime and see if they can still play.
All right, 2nd down, about 7. Mira now rolling out left. Mira looking to throw. Fires the sideline. It's complete, and out of bounds goes Dennis Holman. A good catch. He had 1 foot in, which is all you need, up on the 35. Mira rolled left. Holman was rolling with him, and he caught Holman at the sideline at the 35. Wendell Wilson was there, forcing Holman out of bounds. Well, the pass took him out. And the ball is now up on the 35-yard line. Another 1st down. So, inexorably, Birmingham moves forward, and they have cut this deficit 29-3 to 29-25. In motion is Holman. Maurer now, the give to Cantrelle, wide right. Cantrelle trying to turn the corner. He does. He gets about 4 yards, forced out of bounds across the way at about the 39-yard line. Larry Shears in the ball game at cornerback, replacing Charlie Boston. Forced him out, but not until Cantrelle had turned the corner, got 4 yards up to the 39. Birmingham on their own 39. We've got 7 minutes remaining in the game. The Stars lead 29-25. It has been 2 different ball games. The first half, the Stars 29-3, and this half dominated by Birmingham, who about scored the Stars 22-0. All right, out wide right is Holman. Out wide left is Jenkins. Bartles and Cantrelle remain the running backs. The quarterback is Mira. All right, here's the give to Bartles. Up the middle, running room, across the 40, 43, 44-yard line before the tackle is made by Gary Champagne. You know, the Stars' first game, Matt, they lost in the closing minutes to Jacksonville 14-7. And now, once again, the game is on the line with 6:43 remaining.
Well, you say the score is 29-25, and the Birmingham needs a touchdown. They can't win with a field goal. It would be 29-28. If they can score a touchdown and wear this game down, that's what they're shooting for. Now, I think the reason you see Haraway and Robertson on the sidelines is that Birmingham knew that they had to come out throwing, and neither Robertson nor Haraway was known for their pass receiving.
3rd down and 1, 2 tight ends in the ball game. 3rd and 1, the give to Cantrelle. He's hit at the line of scrimmage and knocked out. He did not make it. He did not make it. Now the yard line is right in front of us, and we can see across the way Cantrelle was hit and knocked down at the line of scrimmage, and they're going to punt the ball. As Coach Jack Gotta is going to rely on his defense, and he is going to punt the ball away with 6:09 left. The left side of the Stars line held. Sark will do the punting. Hermani is deep, standing on his own 15. Sark will boot it away from his own 30. All right, here is the snap. The boot by Sark is away. It's a beauty. Beauty boot. 15-yard line, Hermani. Hermani dodges, is hit, and is knocked down to the 20-yard line. So there's a timeout on the field with the score. The Stars 29, Birmingham 25. More Stars football in just 60 seconds.
A few years ago, automobile manufacturers came up with a solution to help keep the air clean: emission controls. Since then, automobile manufacturers have been faced with a new problem: how to keep the emission controls clean. Clogged emission controls can reduce your miles per gallon as much as 22%. And if there's something we need almost as much as clean air, it's a way to make our gasoline go a little further. That's where we come in. Getty, the company famous for selling one grade of gasoline, Getty Premium, introduces Getty No Lead. If you own a 1971 or newer car and you use Getty No Lead, your emission control system should stay cleaner, which means Getty No Lead gives you more miles for your money from your PCV valve, more miles for your money from your spark plugs, more miles for your money from your exhaust gas recirculating system. Getty No Lead, Getty's newest way of giving you more miles for your money.
All right, on 2nd down, here is the give to Huff. 1st down. Huff went 9 yards on the first play. He just gained about 3 yards as we're late getting back. Ball is up to the 34. He went from the 20 to the 29. Now he gains another 5 yards to 34. 2 big running plays, Matt, by Andy Huff and the Stars as there's less than 5 minutes remaining.
I think if the Stars can keep this drive going, I think they're going to stay on the ground and try to run this clock out. Again, as you said, Huff gained a quick 9 on a quick opener to the start, and if they can sustain this drive, they can run the clock out.
All right, it's second down, or first down and 10 now from the 34-yard line. First and 10, Stars on their own 34. Here is the give now to Huff, and Huff gets across the 35 to about the 37-yard line. Gain of about 3. It'll be second and 7 from there. The tackle was made by number 63 on Birmingham's defense, Clarence Washington. Now, he's that big tackle who played with the Pittsburgh Steelers. He's made a lot of tackles. He's 6'3", 270, so he's got a little heft, and he's made a lot of tackles tonight. Second down and 7. Ball is placed at about the 38-yard line. Sauer out wide left. Spinks out wide right. Gladjo and Huff, the running backs. Sherman, the give now to Huff, and Huff gets up to near the 40, about the 39. Very little running room in the middle of that line. The tackle by Cecil Leonard, and it will bring up a third as Jimmy Ford comes in the ball game now for the Stars. George Sauer is going out. They got third down and 6. This is a big play. This is an awfully big play for the Stars to keep the drive going and keep the ball away from Birmingham. And, of course, this is as big a play for Birmingham to hold right here. Third down and about 5 from the 39. Huff and Gladjo, the running backs. 2 tight ends. Here is now Sherman on the keeper. He's going to go nowhere at all. He's going to go nowhere at all. They ran that play once too often. Steve Williams, the cornerback, made the tackle. And, Matt, the Stars going to have to boot it away.
Well, Sherman tried to do the same thing he did on his first touchdown when he faked one way and he bootlegged it. But, again, the cornerbacks were staying at home. I think Sherman should have opened up a little bit, not been afraid to put the ball in the air because there is over 2 minutes left to go, and with 2 minutes, a lot of these professional quarterbacks can do fantastic things with a football. I hope they get a good punch here because they really need it.
Reynolds to punt it away. Reynolds standing on his own 25. Jenkins and Williams are deep. Here is the boot, a high boot, down to the 20-yard line, taken by Williams. 20, 25, Williams 30. Williams on his feet. Williams is hit by Estes and knocked down at about the 27-yard line. In fact, Williams lost 3 yards trying to get running room. So Birmingham has the ball. 2:26 remaining. First and 10 on their own 27-yard line.
But he better be glad Big Estee was there and had those long arms at 6'6", because I tell you, if he'd have missed that tackle, I think he would have had a lot of running room. But he tackled him high up around the neck and just rolled him down.
All right, Jenkins now is out wide right. Holman on the near sideline in front of us left. Holman in motion. Mira now, play action. Mira rolling left. Firing deep downfield for Holman. He's got him. Holman's going to score. Holman's going to go all the way. Birmingham touchdown. George Mira rolled left. Dennis Holman got behind the Stars defense. A 73-yard bomb from Mira to Dennis Holman. And just like that, the Stars, who led throughout, trail on this ball game 32-29. Boy, I tell you what, Holman was way away, no question about it.
You know, John, one thing that'll never show up in the stats, but I saw it, is really feel sorry for Dennis because number 17, Dennis, the strong safety, 6'4", 185 pounds. I think he could have made the tackle, and I think he could have caught the guy. He ran smack into an official and fell flat down, and there's nothing you can do about that.
All right, here comes the action point. It's a big one because the Stars trail now by just a field goal. It's a big action point. Mira looking to throws, and it's complete. In the end zone. No, he dropped the ball. He dropped the ball in the end zone. Number 84, Jim Bishop, the tight end, dropped the ball. And that is an awfully big drop because the Stars now trail by only a field goal, 32-29, and we could have overtime. Well, Mira rolled left on that play. And Holman, when he caught the ball, there wasn't anyone within 5 yards. Now, I have to follow the ball during the play-by-play, but you notice that Steve Dennis had ran into the official, huh?
Yeah, he ran into the backfield judge, and, you know, I don't know what penalty he have for that, but, again, I think he could have made the tackle. I think he's a little faster than the guy that caught the ball, but, again, when he was taken out of the play by the official, the guy went off with a touchdown. But, again, they only trail by field goal now, so chances are if they can get down within field goal range, we may have our first overtime for the New York Stars this new football season.
And the first overtime of the WFL. Well, you know, you hear announcers always say you can never tell in a ball game till the final whistle. And people say, oh, they're just saying that. Well, we're not just saying that. That's really true. You know, you hear announcers always say you can never tell in a ball game till the final whistle. And people say, oh, they're just saying that. Well, we're not just saying that. That's really true. You never really can tell. All right. Here is Earl Sark to boot it off. Ford is deep. Ford standing on his own 13-yard line. All right, here's the boot. Sailing downfield, a low kick, taken up by Glacio, one of the up men of the 20, 25-30, across the 40, Glacio at the 42-yard line. Glacio got a very, very short kick, a low kick, and Glacio comes across the 40. Stars have good field position at about the 42.
Yeah, that was a lucky break by them that Glacio took that, because now they're on the 42 and a half yard line, and they can be within field goal, not like in NFL with 10 yards to be in field goal. They're going to need about 20, 25 yards to get in the field goal.
All right, in motion now is Glacio. Sherman the quarterback, 1st and 10. Sherman a pass. Sherman looking. Sherman dodges one tackler. Sherman looking. Fires out safety valve, complete to Sauer out of bounds, up at the 48-yard line. Sauer came back and finally got the attention of Sherman, who was looking in vain for an open receiver, and got Sauer at about the 47, 48-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and about 5 from the 47. And now the 2-minute warning, I believe. 2-minute warning, and we'll keep it here. Well, they did say these games are going to be wide open and exciting. Stars ahead 29-3, and Matt Snell had said during halftime and before the end of the first half, Birmingham could regroup and make it a different game, and darned if they haven't made it a different game. They lead now by 3.
Again, John, that's what happens when you come out and you run up a 29-3 halftime score. You tend to go in and no matter how much the coach rants and raves, you tend to get conservative. You come out, you forget the things that scored those points for you the first half, and before you know it, you're back in a tough fight. And once the momentum switches to the other team, it really takes a lot of effort to get it back on your side. But again, George Sauer's experience paid off there. Tom Sherman went back to pass. He had no one open. He dodged one tackler. He was looking desperately for someone to keep him taking a loss. And George went down, ran his pass route, and then rather than keeping going and covering himself, he came back to his quarterback and helped him out. They turned almost a loss into an 8-yard gain.
Well, this is the kind of action you get at Stars games. We hope to see out here. Obviously, we want you to listen to the Stars broadcast on WMCA, but we hope you get a chance to see the Stars in action at Downing Stadium. And the next home game will be July 31st against Jacksonville at 8 o'clock. Tonight, a good crowd on hand, not a capacity, but his capacity is about 23,000. I guess they've had about 18,000 here tonight. It's been a good crowd, and boy, have they seen a football game. I may collapse if we go to overtime, but so may Snell, as a matter of fact. Okay, a minute 59 remains in the ball game. 32-29, Birmingham with an unbelievable comeback. By the way, Matt, the Stars have just 1 first down in the second half. And I don't think Birmingham had a first down in the first half. It's really been 2 different games.
The game turned completely around, as I said, and like you say, it was all the Stars the first half, now it's all Birmingham the second half.
All right, here's Sherman now on second. The draw play goes to Huff. Huff running room. Huff gets across the midfield stripe down to the Birmingham 46. It looks like it's enough for a first down. Let's wait and see. The first down marker is about the 47. The ball is inside the 47. It is a Stars first down. So the Stars have a first down, and they set up now without a huddle. They called a couple of plays in the huddle. There's a minute 30 remaining in the ball game. Now, there is going to be a timeout called by Birmingham. So Birmingham takes timeout. That's something they don't want to do, stop the clock.
Well, again, that was in the Stars' favor. I don't think Birmingham was ready for what we either termed the end of the game, your hurry-up offense or your 2-minute offense. The Stars know that they have a minute and 31 left. They need a field goal. They desperately need a touchdown to win the game. And again, Birmingham was smart. You don't want to stop the clock and help the other team at this point, but it was rather than take the chance of giving up that sure score, they extensively called a timeout, and they're going to make the Stars now regroup, and they'll have a chance to call a couple of defenses, what we term automatics, and they'll be ready for the Stars next time if they go without a huddle. Now, Birmingham, of course, will want to keep the ball in the middle of the field, not let the Stars throw outside so they can stop the clock. Of course, if you allow the pass completion in the middle of the field, you have a better chance of tackling them. And interesting to realize, we haven't realized how many timeouts the Stars have taken this half.
And what is a stat we don't have in the booth? I would imagine they have at least 2 timeouts left. The scoreboard does not have the information anyway. We'll go on it on let's say 2 timeouts, and we'll see how it goes. The ball's on the 46 of Birmingham. It is 1st and 10 on the 46. All right, Sherman now, the quarterback in the back of the pocket, firing downfield, complete to Sauer. Sauer down to 30, 25. He's hit and knocked down. George Sauer, a 21-yard pass completion over the middle. The Stars have called time. So the Stars got all they wanted there. 21-yard completion to Sauer over the middle. Well, again, George, all of his experience paying off again. Of course, Birmingham was in a deep zone, deep drop. All they wanted to do is prevent the touchdown. George found the crack in the zone about 25 yards down the field, and Sherman hit him right on the butt. The Stars are now within field goal range. They still have a minute and 20 going. I think they have 2 timeouts left. If they can either score or get the field goal, this game could be very interesting as it winds down towards the end. All right, Matt. What do you mean this game could be interesting? I think it is. Unbelievable performance here. Timeout taken by the Stars. Sauer went down, found a dead spot in the zone, curled in, and I'll tell you what about Sherman. He drilled him. He drilled the ball right on the money. All right, Hermanni goes out. Spinks goes in at wide receiver. A minute 20 remaining, Matt. I just want to make a quick comment. We haven't given them credit, but that offensive line has done a fantastic job for Sherman because I don't think we've had one holding penalty on the offensive line by the Stars tonight, and that is unheard of this early in the season. Yes, and also, Matt, not one sack against Sherman. In fact, I don't think Mira's been sacked either. All right, here come the Stars. Ball's on the 25, 1st and 10. Sherman dropping back. Sherman looking. Sherman rolling. Sherman's going to be headed down to the 40-yard line. Sherman had nowhere to go and was hit and knocked down to the 40 with a minute 14 remaining. A big loss on the play. The ball's on the 40. They've got to get to the 13, and the Stars have taken another timeout, and that is really disappointing. I think somewhat Sherman's inexperience showed there. He was on his own 25-yard line. He drops back in a straight drop back pocket. He could have taken himself an 8-yard loss, but instead he ends up with a 20-yard loss by trying to do the impossible. You have to know when to stay in the pocket and when to roll out. Sometimes people complain about drop back quarterbacks saying that they stay in the pocket and they expect too much from their linemen and their backs, but again, when you move around, there's a time for everything. Sherman is over the sideline now. I think he looks like he has a cramp. He's getting up. He's going to be all right. But again, by trying to make something out of a broken play, he ended up putting his team, I would say, out of field goal range right now. Well, I would say out of field goal range, too. They're on the 40, 47. That'd be a 57-yard field goal. That's a pretty good one. A minute 14 remaining. Hope you're enjoying a wild ball game at Downing Stadium. John Sterling, Matt Snell. And boy, we promised you action. We didn't realize this much action. This has been an unbelievable game. A great comeback by Birmingham and the 73-yard Mira to Dennis Holman bomb. They're in front, 32-29. Stars have it. 2nd down and 25 from the 40-yard line. Sherman back to pass. Sherman looks, fires downfield, complete to Sauer. Sauer is hit as he crosses the 20, 18-yard line. Sauer. Now the Stars may not have another timeout. The Stars do not have another timeout, but they have a minute remaining. The Stars need 5 for the 1st down. It is 2nd down. Check that. Is it 2nd down? 3rd down. 3rd down and 5 from the 18. 45 seconds. Sherman looking. Throws outside. It is incomplete. Almost intercepted. Almost intercepted by Clarence Washington as he raises those hands up. And here it is. The field goal try to tie it and send it into overtime. If Rajecki knocks it through, we'll probably have overtime. If he misses it, Birmingham will probably win. 41 seconds remaining. The ball is on the 18. Sherman will kneel on the 25. It's a 35-yard field goal try by Rajecki to tie it up. Sherman will hold at the 25. Rajecki will try to boot it and tie it. The ball is snapped. The kick is up. The kick is off to the right. Rajecki pushed it off to the right. And the Stars came that close. He had the distance. He pushed it off to the right. And Matt, well, he gave it a try. Well, you can't really blame Rajecki. There's a lot of pressure on him. And, again, the Stars
one thing you don't do when you're winning a game is that the defensive secondary, you never let a man get behind you with less than 3 or 4 minutes to go for the long bomb. And they gave up the 73-yard touchdown. And I would say right now that with no more timeout left on the Stars, the score 29-32 in favor of Birmingham. I would say that the Stars will have to go back and regroup. I think they should be proud of their first half. The second half is not much to say. They only had one first down, and a number of the fans now are starting to move out of the stadium. But I think they've seen an exciting game, and I think that a lot of them will tell their friends, and plus they will be back to see the Stars in action again.
All right, first down, Mira falls on the ball, and there's a timeout called by the Stars. They had a timeout remaining. I did not realize that. They did not call a timeout before, and you really wonder about the inexperience of some of the Stars why they didn't call a timeout before if they had one left. But they set the field goal try up, and Rajecki just pushed it wide to the right.
You know, John, I can't understand that myself because they did acting as they did have a timeout. They rushed the field goal instead of going back and getting themselves together, taking their last timeout, because now they take a timeout. What good is it with 32 seconds left to go? But again, that's inexperience. It's early in the season, and I don't think you'll see them making those kind of mistakes again as the season winds on.
But the Stars in that first game lost in the last couple of minutes to Jacksonville, 14-7. Now the 73-yard bomb to Dennis Holman, and the Stars up short at 32-29 with just 32 seconds remaining. All right, Mira falls on the ball. And that, I wouldn't believe the Stars have another timeout. They don't, and the clock is running. So, 20 seconds remaining in the ball game. Birmingham looks like a winner at 32-29 in what has been an unbelievably action-filled ball game. Barry Gray coming up right after the football game in a few minutes from right now, and that should be it. You should hear the gun, and that's it. That's the final score at Downing Stadium. Birmingham 32 and the Stars 29. We'll have the Stars wrap up right after this in 60 seconds.
If you like a beer with flavor, mention my name.
Mabel, another black label. Carling Black Label beer. America's lusty, lively beer. It's got taste that comes through, straight and true. Beer after beer after beer.
Carling Sports was pleased to have you with us for tonight's game. And whatever you're doing till next game, remember to ask for Carling Black Label beer.
If you like a beer with flavor, mention my name.
Mabel, another black label. Carling Black Label beer.
John Sterling and Matt Snell back at Downing Stadium. Final score is in. Birmingham 32-29, an implausible comeback. As they were down 29-3 at the end of the half, they came back to win at 32-29 on a 73-yard bomb, Mira to Holman. The Stars drove downfield, and Rajecki missed a 35-yard field goal just wide to the right. Matt, we won't try and gloss over the fact the Stars blew the big lead, but I think people got to admit it was a pretty good ball game, pretty exciting ball game anyway.
I think it's to be expected. As you said, you won't say they blew the game. Again, as I predicted, they played a tremendous first half. It was 29-3. They went inside, they come out, and they got conservative. They lost the momentum, and before they knew it, the game got away from them. I think that the game was played awfully fast. I was looking at my watch. It's 3 hours and 50 minutes, and that's what happens when you have one team running in the first half and another team trying to run in the second half. It really runs the clock out. But again, it was a very interesting game. It was a very exciting game, and I know myself, I enjoyed it. I'm constantly amazed that this league has only been together about 6 months, and they've been playing now about 4 weeks. And I think that with no preseason and every game counting, I think around the 10th to the 12th to the 15th game of the season, you're going to see some very interesting football. And you won't have the mistakes like the Stars made tonight, giving up the big bomb with less than 3 minutes to go, and it cost them the score.
Well, Matt, we'll see you here at Downing Stadium, and hope we fill the place up. They came very close tonight to filling it up at Downing Stadium. Our next home game will be on July 31st against Jacksonville. That'll wrap it up now from Downing Stadium with the final score, 32-29, Birmingham winning. The executive producer of New York Stars football broadcast is David Halberstam. The statistician is Kevin Reinert. The technical director is Buffalo Brodsky. And our spotter has been Rick Kane. New York Stars football has been brought to you by Carling Sports. Just say Mabel, another black label. By Getty. Now introducing Getty No Lead. By Vitalis Dry 3 and by TWA. Our next Stars football broadcast will immediately follow the Yankee game on July 31st when the Stars meet the Jacksonville Sharks. Until then, for Matt Snell, this is John Sterling saying so long from Downing Stadium. Once again, the final score, Birmingham 32, the Stars 29. We now return you to the studios of WMCA. Good evening, everyone.
This is Dialogue Radio 57, WMCA, New York.
Hey, what do you say? WMCA.